Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to this waxing night. I'm your host, Moon, just a nerdy girl doing nerdy things and sometimes even moony things. We are back with some more Genshin Impact. Welcome to the stream, Mars, and thank you for the react. What exactly am I reacting to tonight? But yes, last time, I got arrested, because Paimon ate Farina's cake. And, now we're trying to figure out, do you want me to react to this on stream? Like, what Discord channel was it? What Discord channel was it in? What image? What Discord channel was it from? Because it's not going straight to my Discord. Hello? Why aren't you just opening up the... Oh my god. I don't know why you're not, Hey, Mars, what, if it's in Discord, where is it? I'm not seeing it. But yeah, Paimon ate Farina's cake, and now we're in prison. And it seems like the Fortress of Meropide has, last message. Yeah. That's cute. That's cute. Or, wait. Oh, like how your Venus planet keeps saying that they want to be referred to as she, her? I believe I did see that. Yeah. I don't know how to add the Discord without like doxing anything, so I'm just gonna it was a cute image. Just trust me on that, folks. But yeah, there's some hidden rules in the Fortress of Meropide. Oh yeah, we got sent there because we're trying to find out what happened to Child because he up and disappeared in typical Child fashion, always causing problems wherever he goes, Mr. Worldwide. Yeah, so we're gonna go back in there. Like, I know you're probably wondering why I'm not in the Fortress of Meropide. Like, don't worry about it. I got special privileges. To be out here with my resinless behavior. Yeah, so we're gonna continue with the next, Okay, Mars! It's about 5 minutes. Or 10. Hope you enjoy your time out. Anyway, yes, we're gonna go back in there. We're gonna uncover the secrets of the Fortress of Meropide. Oh yeah, Lenny's in there too. He's also investigating some of the secrets of the fortress because yeah, like could possibly the secret could possibly have something to do with the fact that Farina, the Hydro Archon, does not have possession of the Gnosis. And Lenny speculates, oh, it could be here in the Fortress of Meropide, since the fortress is has its own little secret. All right, well, let's just get right into it. Wait a minute. Oh, okay, that must have been. I was just like, wait a minute. Where did Kuro like resub?
There's a group of people over there. Let's go listen in.
Oh, yes.
So I said, that's not a faucet. Hey, who are you two? Why'd you come over all of a sudden?
No, no need to be alarmed. We're just looking for some info.
Oh, sorry for eavesdropping. Sounds like you were talking about something private.
What's the matter? They're just looking to join in on our fun, that's all.
Yeah, that's all.
Hey, don't pretend like it's okay for them to just interrupt us like that. Yeah, fine. You're lucky we don't mind extroverts that much.
Thanks. You guys are really nice.
You hear that, Quisto? We're nice.
Your expressions tell me you're looking to hear some juicy info, am I right? But before that, it just so happens that I know you two.
Oh, really? How?
Really? Are we that famous?
You're kidding. How often does anyone get a personal tour led by His Grace himself? Practically everyone was talking about it. Word has it that you also caused quite the kerfuffle.
Oh, it was just a little mistake.
A little mistake, huh? I like the way you put it. You see, people with a good attitude can join our group anytime, unlike some of the others here.
Your group?
I'm Quisto, and this is Lavaroon. People usually call us the Bombshell Bros, but don't worry. We're not playing with bombs or anything.
Oh, hi,
It's
Dr.
just that
Barrington.
our
Welcome to the
information is
stream.
always so explosive, and
Oh,
we blow
I hope he didn't come
minds
in
already.
only to get hit by ads.
So, you two really like to gossip? Whew, you sure know how to embellish.
No. You don't get it. Knowing intelligence will make things better for you here. For example, knowing who's working with whom, who has the latest rumors, who's not getting along. Wouldn't you like to know all that?
Oh, I'm doing good, Doctor. I'm doing very good. I'm like excited to continue the Fontaine story quest. We're in the Fortress of Meropide currently. Got sent to prison because Paimon ate the Hydra Archon's cake. But yeah, that's what we're doing tonight. And then Mars is here too, but they asked to be timed out, so they will be timed out for a little bit longer. But yeah, that's what's going on tonight. Here, fill us in.
Whoa, all this info's worth something, you know? You should prove you're worthy of it.
I don't mind him. Quisto's always this way. Just play nice and say something to massage his ego. The welfare meals. Talk about the welfare meals.
Oh, we ate the most incredible welfare meal recently.
Right. That meal we had yesterday was super delicious. Paimon can still taste it whenever she closes her eyes.
Is that so? To tell you the truth, I've been helping out with making those welfare meals. I've been working as a kitchen assistant for about a month and a half now.
Good for you.
Oh, so you're the one who made those delicious steaks. Amazing. You could be a professional chef.
Oh, snap, Story. Hello, welcome to the stream. How are you doing tonight? Oh, thank you for the hydrate. I literally just took a sip of my drink, but I'll do it again. Yeah, it's all good if you're just like popping in to say hi. I appreciate you. All good, Dr. Barrington. Thank you so much for popping in. And you know what? Thank you for the work. Again, like, I appreciate everyone who's like, even if you just come in and pop in, or if you're just lurking, I appreciate you guys so much.
You are correct. I am a true professional. In fact, I even went to culinary school. But since you like my cooking, I guess that means we share similar tastes. Listen carefully. This little bombshell will help you learn what's really going on here in the fortress.
Ooh, spill the tea, Quisto. Huh. Did Laverne just wink at me? It seems he's saying, don't be a sut, he's a good fellow.
Listen, kids. The power structure within the fortress is quite complicated. The overworlders couldn't care less about us down here. We're basically dogs to them. You've already met the one person here you should never cross, the Duke, Risley. He knows more than you think. And if he doesn't care about something, then he often doesn't bother dealing with it.
Those who have the Duke's attention get all kinds of special perks, even better treatment in the infirmary.
I know who you mean. It's that Jurier character, right? I don't think there's anything useful about him at all. Why does he visit the infirmary practically every day? Is it normal for anyone to be going in and out of there so often? If you ask me, he's just faking it to get out of work.
Suspicious.
But did you know that Churia was a talented researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute before he came here? There's no denying that.
I don't care if he was a researcher that could turn dirt into Mora. Once you're in the fortress of Meropide, you're just another inmate like everybody else.
Ah, interesting. According to Cousteau, a person named Jerry frequents the infirmary. I should take note of that.
Speaking of which, the last time I saw him, he was passing by in the corridor with Lorvine. I also heard they started arguing in the library and got into a fight, right? Guess that's just how terrible of a guy he is.
You mean he hit a woman? Wow, I never imagined he was that bad.
Yes, that's very, very bad. Keep your hands to yourself.
But that Lorvine's also quite the odd one, you know? She's always gabbing away, got into a fight with a man, and she also got sent to the infirmary. Come to think of it, I always see her going to the sick bay every couple of days, too. Huh.
Wait a second. You don't think?
Oh, and they were bedmates.
Do you think could it be that they're secretly meeting there to go on dates? But it's really hard to imagine.
I mean, is there really any need to go through all the trouble?
After all, I do remember seeing Lorvine beat Juria to a pulp that one time. And we might be overthinking things.
So Juria had a confrontation with a girl named Lorvine, who also frequently visits the infirmary. I'll remember that too. Oh. Wait, let me see if they say anything else.
Is it really all right for us to talk about people behind their backs like this?
That's just how it goes. Good gossip is still gossip.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But wait, we're not just gossiping. This is legit information we're discussing here, right?
Yeah, totally. I say it as I'm behind one of their backs. Alright, what type of information can I get over here?
Look, there are some people talking over there. Let's listen in on the conversation.
If you ask me, those pompous parasites on the surface act like they're all a bunch of aristocrats. Do any of them give half a hoot about a bunch of dogs like us?
Hey, speak for yourself, mate. I'm no dog.
Oh, you think you're special or something? If you're here, then you're just a convict like the rest of us. I've heard that even if you're released after serving your sentence, going back to life on the surface ain't any better. Once a criminal, always a criminal. We're marked for life.
I don't buy that.
Hey, how cool would it be if the whole world was destroyed by a giant flood and everyone had to start over from nothing?
Okay, I was eating a snack there. I wasn't ready for that. Damn. But this is a smart way to eavesdrop, just sit down at a table.
What kind of filthy bilgewater are you spewing? I have family up there. You best shut your sewer hole and talk like that.
You tell them.
Listen, things ain't so great on the surface, but who says that you have to leave? I've heard that you can still stay here and work even after you've served your sentence. Not bad if you ask me.
I mean, things really are as bad as it is for ex-convicts. Like, I can see why people would stay here.
Who wants to live in the ruddy overworld anyway?
And what makes you think they want to hire someone like you? It's one of the great mysteries of the universe, how someone as useless as you is so confident.
Whoa. Sounds like they're really unhappy about the overworld. Speaking of which, Paimon never heard anyone use the words overworld or underworld when we were living up there. Is it only something the inmates down here say?
I think you're right.
That's true.
Right? We got 2. go see what this third bit is about. But yeah, are we meeting with like Lenny?
Hey, you over there?
Oh, what? Whoa, whoa. Who, me?
Yeah, you. Say, do you like playing card games? You know, like Genius Invocation TCG?
Even people down here play that game?
You TCG players are like mint in the wild, literally sprouting up everywhere.
Hey, come on now. What's wrong with finding fellow Invocation aficionados? Anyway, care to join me for a game?
No thanks. We're busy with other things at the moment. But if I weren't, I would totally kick your ass.
Alright. No pressure.
But why would you be looking for people to play Genius Invocation in a place like this? Don't people usually come here to fight?
Whether you're throwing down cards or throwing punches, it's all a competition, isn't it? It's all the same in my eyes. There are lots of card players here in the fortress. When I saw you, I immediately thought, hey, even outsiders from other nations play cards. So I came over to say hi.
Would you mind chatting with us for a moment?
Sure.
Great! Since you've been here longer than us, you need to flex your seniority a little bit, right? Maybe you could start by telling us newcomers some stories about this place.
I thought you would have already heard everything by now. Alright then, did you have anything specific in mind? Or do you want me to just pick a topic?
Why don't you pick? We'll let you know if we've heard it already.
Alright. Have you heard any strange rumors since you've arrived?
Yes, we have. In fact, we've tested a few of them.
Ben, did you know that there are some people who are always gossiping over in the corner?
Oh yeah, we just met them. Oh, you mean Quisto and Levering?
Yeah, so you've already met those two. They're quite a pair. They always keep an eye out for the latest happenings and gossip.
Oh, Viper, welcome to the stream.
Never seen anyone with more time.
You're just early. No simping has occurred yet. How are you doing tonight?
I heard that there used to be a chef and a bartender before they were sent down here. You know how bartenders are, always chatting with customers. And chefs love to pass the time just hanging out when they're not cooking.
Good to know. Do you have anything else to tell us?
Ooh, you know what? This is probably going to sound blasphemous to Gravity Fall fans, but I never actually watched all the episodes. I watched most of the episodes. I fell off somewhere and then ended up watching the ending. Despite missing some episodes here and there. So I might one of these days just rewatch Gravity Falls and just freak out over all the foreshadowing they did in the earlier episodes. I'll start a watch party with everyone. Ooh, that sounds like fun.
Let me think. Sounds like you want to hear something a little more tantalizing. Oh, did you know that the Duke was also a convict in the fortress of Meropide before?
Oh.
Huh? Wait, are you serious?
That's right. The Duke was an inmate just like you and me. Seems he was exiled here for committing some crime. Who knows how he ended up rising up to become the warden, though.
I don't care what crime it was, he was probably justified.
To go from an ordinary inmate to becoming the manager of the whole place? I'm not gonna lie, I kinda respect that.
Me too. We love a man who builds himself up. By the way, do you happen to know anything about a forbidden zone?
A forbidden zone? Sounds like something that someone just made up. I've never heard of that. Where did you hear about it?
Oh, here and there.
It's just a rumor we've been hearing, but no worries if you've never heard of it. Do you have anything else you can tell us?
Anything else? Not that I can think of, but I'll be sure to tell you anything interesting I hear next time. You'll have to play a game of Genius Invocation with me first, though.
Fair trade, fair trade. Still kick your ass.
Okay,
Genius
time to just
TCG.
about everyone, and it's about time for us to go meet Lenny.
Now we're meeting Lenny.
According to the card he left us, we should go meet him in the production zone.
All right. Production zone it is. Oh, it's further. This elevator goes up. It's probably faster to go this way because I think the other one goes down. Yep, there it is. The down one. The down elevator. Hopefully it's already down there and I can just... Nope, it's up. It's up. Oh, we'll just ride it down. Gotta report to Lenny about the stuff we found, and he should report to us about the stuff he found. We shall see. We shall see. Alrighty. Oh, did I mess up? Is this his... Hold on a second. This is where I'm at. Oh. Oh, I think I messed up. It's a good thing I can just go back up. Let's go back up. This place is confusing. I wish there were more teleports on, like, each floor. Wait, this is... Oh, did this take me up 2 floors? Oh, son of a gun. That's not what I wanted. Alright. Like, dang, how do I get up? Yeah, because that's down. Yeesh. Yeah, I'd really appreciate if there was a teleport. Maybe I should put that in the next survey I fill out. I was like, can you put a teleport in every level of the Fortress of Meropide, please? I don't feel like walking all the way to these elevators. Yes. Yes, there we go. Going up on a Saturday. All right, Lenny. What you got for me?
Huh?
What's up, lady?
That look in your eyes. You found something?
A little something, yeah.
Hey, this is no time to be modest. Just tell him we found a boatload of information.
Paimon, hush!
Oh, as expected of the legendary duo, you have my full and undivided attention.
You summarize your findings to Lenny.
Huh. I'd have never guessed that myself. The rumors swirling about this place are unreliable after all, and Master Child probably went missing because he found a way out. He is a harbinger after all. I suppose he's much more resourceful than I initially gave him credit for. Unfortunately, this isn't enough for our final report to Father. We need to find out Master Child's exact whereabouts.
And we need Fremine.
Father told me that even though Master Child said he was just coming to Fontaine for a vacation, he actually had some personal reasons. His agenda might be linked to his disappearance.
Most important thing right now is to catch up to him.
His escape route is already flooded, so we'll have to task someone with professional diving skills to chase after him.
Well, when you put it that way, it's obvious that only Fremine would be up to the task.
Let's go, Fremine!
Bingo! Is he around?
He's working today. Coming here as a group would have attracted too much attention. I'll talk to him about it later.
Please do. We're counting on you. Also, thank you.
It's the least I can do. We're all in this together, so it's only fair for us to fulfill our end of the bargain. Honestly, I'm far more impressed by you guys managing to collect all this information right under Risley's watchful eyes.
He's watching? He can continue watching.
Collecting information has always been our strong point.
Yeah, we do our best.
Now, let me think. To find out more information, Fremine will have to retrace Master Child's original route. And if he's to do that, he'll have to set out on the next pipe cleaning day at the earliest. That's 6 days from now. And after that, he'll probably take another 2 or 3 days to return.
You can stay down there that long?
You can even estimate how long it'll take for him to get back?
We've been working together for a long time. We know each other's capabilities like the backs of our hands. Traveler, what say you to meeting here 9 days from now? We'll be able to pick up Fremine while we're at it, too.
Sure.
Oh, and there's just one last thing we'd like your help with. Though we can just sit back and wait for Fremine's report on Master Child's whereabouts, we still need to make more progress on the investigation of the Forbidden Zone.
True, true.
Fremine's no master of disguise. Lynette's still working on getting intel from the other areas, and I'll need to spend some time helping Fremine prepare for his diving mission. So, you are the only ones we can count on.
What do you want us to do? Will it be hard?
Well, I won't call it easy per se, but I think you'll be able to pull it off. Listen carefully. You'll need to find an excuse to get into the infirmary and investigate the room and environs. You've mentioned several sketchy-looking people always meeting at the infirmary earlier, so it probably has something to do with the secret we're hoping to uncover. You've already met the head nurse, so she'll be less suspicious of you. Investigate the internal structure of the infirmary and any active dealings within, and pass those on to me alongside anything else you're able to discover. But also, there's no need to take risks. Don't forget, safety always comes first.
Sounds good. I'll give it my best shot.
My apologies. I just started rambling out of habit. It was almost as if I was talking to my younger sister.
But that's not a bad thing, right?
But what if I'm the older sister?
All right, then we'll head out as soon as we finish our prep.
Let's go our separate ways for now, then. Don't forget, we meet here again in 9 days. Stay safe.
You too, Lenny. After doing some prep work with Paimon, you begin to slowly pushing the infirmary under... it was too fast for me. Oh! Viper,
Hey,
thank you for
stay
the
here for
hydrate.
now. Paimon will take a peek.
Oh, and for the stretch. Thank you. Ooh. There we go. Thank you once more for the hydrate and stretch.
There seem to be several people inside.
Let's try to eavesdrop on them first. You and Paimon hide in a corner and try to eavesdrop on people inside the infirmary. Several people appear to be engaged in the conversation, but you only manage to catch bits and people. Bits and pieces.
It's not impossible.
It's a bit hard to understand them from here, so why don't we just try to talk to them in person? Let's go as soon as you're ready.
You nod and take a long deep breath before you know if... Oh. Oh, Merlin, hello! Welcome to the stream! The quest is going fine. I think we're about to pretend to be sick to get into the infirmary, in the Fortress of Meropide. You can't push him back, stay away.
Someone, please help! She's sick!
Miss Sidween,
Whoa, are you okay?
I threw up!
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin. The traveler started complaining of a stomachache, and then nausea, and then collapsed onto the ground. Paimon doesn't know what to do. Freezing limbs, twitching fingers, and pale complexion? Could it be poison? Let me take a look. Please, lie down over here.
Oh, my stomach really hurt. Yeah, Sejuan is adorable, but like I just anytime I look at her, I just have one question that's like in the forefront of my mind. Who fucked the Melusine? Because she looks too human to not have human blood in her. Who fucked a Melusine? I just want to know.
Don't worry, I'll get you to the bed safely. Here, hold on to my shoulder and walk slowly.
No, she's got articulated fingers too. Like other Melusines have like mitten hands. She's got articulated fingers, okay? And her face looks too human. Like, bro, who fucked a Melusine? I just someone come forward.
You can do it, Traveler.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. You're sick after all. Now, please relax. I'm just going to do a preliminary checkup on you.
Sejuan has taken out a few instruments and is going to do her checkup. I hope I'm not so healthy that she gets suspicious.
I see now. My checkup has confirmed that she's not in any mortal danger. That's our worst fear out of the way.
I wondered why she looked like that. Like, yeah, like the Melusines are like really cute. Like I don't know if like, because she is going to be playable. Like, yeah, she has jet marketing, so she is going to be playable. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like she should just look like a, you know, like a Melusine. Because, like, I look at her and I just think, like, which one of you motherfuckers fucked the Melusine?
Oh, that's good. But I'll continue my diagnosis of the patient now. Please, relax and take a deep breath.
I blame Vache? Vache? Sejuan is using her hands to palpate different areas of my abdomen. Feels like she's using elements of energy too. Her expression is growing more and more relaxed.
Don't sense serious damage to your organs either. Does it hurt when I press here?
It's not too bad.
And here?
Oof, that hurt a little.
Huh? But based on my initial checkup, there shouldn't be a problem here. Oh, how strange.
Oh no, was my acting a bit over the top?
What about here? Does this hurt?
No, not really. I can barely feel it.
Oh, I understand. So that's what it is. I think you just ate something that disagreed with you. That's all. Nothing too serious. Outside of a pretty bad stomachache when it decides to act up.
So that's what it is. Thank goodness it's not anything more serious.
And there have been other inmates complaining about the food recently. I'll inform our head chef, Mr. Wolsey, of this problem as soon as possible.
Thank you, Miss Sejuan.
Congratulations! The health risk is incredibly low, so you should recover within a couple days. Why don't you take a rest here while I go get some medicine for you? Miss Levine, I'll have to trouble you to help me look after this new patient while I'm gone.
Very well. And she hopped away just like that.
Phew, this infiltration mission is going to be going more smoothly than I imagined. Next, there are only 2 people left in the room. Did you just call that woman Laverne? So she has to be one of those frequent visitors to infirmity I heard of before. Would that mean the man next to her is just Jerry then?
Hello. So how are you feeling now?
Still not great. I can't keep staring at her. It'll draw unwanted attention. That guy also seems to have noticed. Now he's looking in my direction too.
Her stomach ache's really bad. She was stumbling about the whole way here, so Paimon's really worried.
Nice assist, Paimon.
If Miss Sejuan says it's not a serious problem, then there's no need to worry. She's the best medic we've got down here.
And the only one as well.
But it also looks like she's the only medic you've got down here.
Sorry, game, I'll let you speak.
Well, that's true.
What do you mean, that's true? That's really misrepresenting the situation. Of course I can't speak for the whole fortress, but it's not like everyone imprisoned here is useless, you know? Though they may have committed crimes and gotten locked up here as a result, they still know a thing or two about medicine, and they help Miss Sishuin take care of the sick and injured.
Well, isn't that nice of them?
Yeah, you're right. But did you have to lecture me about it in front of another patient? Aren't you a patient too? Where did all your energy come from?
That's correct. Sorry, I got a bit ahead of myself.
You're fine. You're fine.
Are you two also sick?
We've been sick a while. I come back every once in a while for checkups, and to pick up the medicines Miss Sijween prescribes for us. That's just the nature of chronic illnesses. As for her... you could say she fancies herself as Miss Sijween's capable helper because she learned a bit of medical knowledge ages ago.
Please watch your mouth, Mr. Jurier. Don't forget that you are the primary reason I have frequent heart palpitations.
Hey, don't start arguing now, please. Keep it civil at least.
These two seem to have a pretty terrible relationship and only ran into each other because they came here to pick up their meds at the same time. But outside the two of them, there's something suspicious inside the room. All the files on the table appear to be patient records. And while there's a box, I can't check it out right now. There's also aren't that many furnishings on the wall. Wait, there seems to be a movable hatch on the ground over there.
Hey! There's no need to fight! Everyone will be released someday, so there's no need to argue over silly things like this!
But...
Release. It's way too early for us to even think about that. And who the heck knows if we'd even be able to continue our previous lives?
The presence of a movable hatch isn't strange by itself, but perhaps it's my adventurer's intuition speaking. Isn't it a bit strange that there's a movable hatch here of all places? Is it hiding something?
Please allow me to end this boring and useless conversation. Oh, and Mr. Jurier, I don't want to see your face here again anytime soon.
And same to you, Miss Lorvine. Anyway, that was more than enough rest for me, so I'm going to get out of this excessively noisy place. See you later, everyone.
He just slowly walked off like that?
Just like that.
That's just what he's like. I'm sorry you had to see all of that. I'm Lorvine, and that's... Well, his name is Jurier, but I hope you'll never have cause to remember his name.
You really can't stand him, huh?
Why am I getting I'll hate them and Kave vibes from these two?
I mean, can you blame me? Who would like someone who's as arrogant and obsessed with weird research topics as he is? But there's no need to keep dwelling on him.
Like, they're giving me those vibes with those two, like, in the sense, like, the way they argue with each other is, like, very similar.
I'll accompany you two for a while. Miss Sishween should be back soon, and I'm sure you'll feel better as soon as you've had some of her medicine.
Thank you for looking after me.
No, it's nothing.
I'm back! Did you rest like you promised?
Thank you for getting our medicine, Miss Sishween.
Did you all cooperate with your bed rest? I trust that nobody got up to walk around. Good. Here, this should be 2 days' worth of medicine for you. Take one pill now, and then continue your bed rest.
You take the stomach ache pill that Sijuin gave you.
Miss Lorvine, I left in a bit of a hurry just now. Do you still remember if we discussed the color of the pill that you should be taking today?
I remember. You said it should be yellow.
Did they talk about that before we walked in? Why don't I remember?
Yellow, huh? I understand. These are yours. Please, make sure to go to bed early after taking them tonight. You'll benefit from a good night's sleep.
All right, then I'll also be on my way now. I hope you feel better soon, too.
Thanks.
See ya!
That feels like that was some sort of code. Well, that was a little sauce.
I'm going to fill out your medical record now. you're widely known as the Traveler, right? I just want to double check a few details, if that's alright with you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Those two made quite the commotion just now, so why don't we let the traveler rest? Paimon can answer the questions instead.
So her primary symptoms are abdominal pain, with secondary symptoms of nausea. Is there anything else?
That's it.
Alright then.
Is there anything we should know besides to take the meds?
No, her base constitution is quite good, so I'm sure she'll recover quite quickly after taking the medicine. Please, make sure to stick to bland or less stimulating foods, and don't stay up too late at night.
Got it. Paimon will hold the traveler to that for sure.
Teaching's still looking at me. I should try to take a nap. Sad.
Oh, you're going to take a nap already? Okay then, you get some rest.
You move yourself to a regular patient's bed and relax completely the weariness from work and intel gathering you've been holding back. You can, however, still catch some hints of Paimon's conversation with Sigewin.
We've been to lots of places together. She may look a bit under the weather now, but she's actually super strong.
Uh-oh, Paimon's running her mouth.
Oh, so you're the best of companions. Well, don't worry, she'll recover soon.
Companion, that word brings a wave of comfort. You let yourself relax and fall into a restless sleep.
How do you feel? You slept for a really long time, but we never left.
I felt a lot better. Thank you both.
Well, now you can go back without a worry in the world. Remember to take the meds regularly, and don't forget, bland foods.
Thank you, Miss Sigewin.
Seems like a lot of people have been coming down with an upset stomach lately. I'll need to address that.
Nah. Who did it? Who did it? Someone had to have done the deed. I will never get over this until it's explained why she looks so goddamn human. Okay, so the dormitories are actually like really close. Alrighty. Can we just like skip through like the 9 days we have to wait for Fremine to come back? I don't want to have to work all those days or just run around the fortress for 9 days, please, 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 please.
You really are something. To be able to fall asleep like that and even sleep talk the entire time, you scared Paimon half to death.
Did I say anything I shouldn't have?
No, but you kept mumbling things along the lines of, Pyron, don't take my grilled fish, and put down the Adeptus Temptation now. Paimon talked with Sigewin the entire time you were asleep. She seems like she's just a sincere nurse, and Paimon didn't notice anything unusual in the room. Are you sure we're not going off track with the infirmary?
Are we really off track though? There's still a few weird things about the place. The movable hatch underground, as well as the questions Sigewin asked Lurvine. And also, were they really talking about their meds before we walked in? Oh, and was Lurvine and Jurier's argument genuine, or were they just putting on a show? Paimon, hear me out.
Whoa, you really are super thorough. All those tiny little suspicious things that Paimon didn't even pick up on. We've got to give the info to Linny.
That's why I'm the ace detective and not you, Paimon. Over the next few days, the Empire workers stationed as normal during shift hours. You managed to find opportunities to write keywords leading to your suspicions on a piece of paper. Oh, now you give me time to read. You managed to pass the slip to a busy Linda as she happens to pass by. Her disguise is impeccable. She doesn't even look at you or change her expression as she pockets the info. And finally, the promised 9th day arrives.
Today's the day. Let's go meet up with Linny.
Alright.
Did you two run into any trouble over the past few days?
No, we just worked our shifts according to the schedule. Nothing weird happened.
That's good. That means you didn't raise any suspicions when you infiltrated the infirmary.
I'm not the greatest actor, Lenny. I think you might be giving me a little too much credit here.
We've taken a look at the slip you've sent. Fremine successfully left the grounds via the pipes 2 days ago. And as of last night, Lynette has also infiltrated the infirmary after faking an illness.
Wait, why is she getting involved as well?
You already went above and beyond when you scoped out the infirmary. To put it more bluntly, even if we were to view that as something you did in exchange for Fremine's help, you've already done more than enough. Infiltrating a guarded stronghold is a different kind of job from a one-off investigation. We want to avoid using the same faces over and over and reduce the amount of suspicion that will fall on any given person. Lynette also felt like you have already taken the first step for us, so she should be the one to finish the job.
So that's what Lynette thinks. Oh, Paimon hopes everything's going well for her.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to helping you.
Then, let's go check on Lynette before Fremine returns. If everything went well, then she should be wrapping up her investigation right about now.
Is now really a good time to go over?
According to my observations, Sigewinne always spends around half an hour away from the infirmary right before lunch. Lynette knows this as well, so this should be a good time to meet up with her.
Oh yeah, we heard about that too.
Also, I'm her brother, remember? It's only natural for an older brother to care about his younger sister's well-being.
Yeah, good cover.
Okay, then let's head over right
And
away.
I mean, you can just say we became friends during our time here. And, you know, we're emotional support. Went to the infirmary in secret. On a secret mission.
Lynette should be here.
I didn't
right
see
now.
anything. Maybe it was too fast. Maybe. No, she's not in there.
Strange. Lynette?
As expected, Sigewinne isn't here, but why isn't Lynette here?
Did she have found a lead and left to follow it?
No, Lynette rarely deviates from the plan. We agreed that if she were to make changes on the fly, she'd find a way to let me know. Unless...
Let's see if there are any clues around here. We can look while we wait for her. Who knows? Maybe she'll be back soon.
Okay.
Search for clues in the infirmary.
There are some books here and a few files. They all look like medical records. Advanced nursing, how to raise the spirit of your patients, a quick guide to the psychology of emotions, and the meaning of laughter. These sure are some interesting books. Who knew Sigewinne would be interested in these kinds of things? She even has books on understanding people's motivations and feelings. Is it because she's a Melusine? Or does she have a need to understand her patient's emotional state?
It could be both.
Seems quite normal to me. These are skills that would come in handy for a nurse from time to time.
Thank you for the lurk.
None of the beds have any signs of having been slept in. Except that one over there.
That's the one Lynette must have used, right? You said she was pretending to be sick.
She would have said her migraine was having a particularly bad flare-up. Generally speaking, the head nurse would then ask her to lie down and rest, while she left to retrieve the medication.
But this bed is still unmade.
Which means, either the head nurse didn't return the entire time from when Lynette laid down up until she left the bed, or the nurse intentionally left it this way.
Oh no. That's not a good sign. Lenny, honey, don't freak out yet. Don't freak out. I know that's piss poor advice, but like, let's just keep calm and look a little more into the situation, okay? Fire. Oh, there's the hatch.
Ah, this is it! We saw it before!
Wait, this thing? It doesn't look like it's been disguised that well.
Lenny leans down to get close to the move hatch and it starts having different points on
The
it.
space behind it is empty. From its size, I don't think it's an entrance that is meant to be taken apart. There's probably a mechanism around here somewhere. Could Lynette have tried to get inside? But if that's the case, she would have contacted me for sure. Let's look around here for some more clues. Don't panic, just take another look.
Look on Lenny's face. He's definitely beginning to panic. Don't panic. He probably said this subconsciously more for himself than anything else. Yeah.
Hey, you guys, there's a slip of paper over here!
A slip of paper?
It's right over here, and there's a bunch written on it too. It reads, "Out of respect for your usual practices, I'll use a piece of paper or card as the medium to pass on my message. You may consider this as me giving you my best regards."
This is...
Is that all?
Is there anything on the back?
The back. This is...
Show me! Now!
That look on your face. Paimon's reading it now.
Hey, Eden! Thank you for the lurk!
Would you care to guess where Miss Lynette of the Fatui could be right now? No. Could she have... Is she already...
Wriothesley. Did he deliberately leave the infirmary unguarded to use it as bait?
I mean, he's a smart man. So I wouldn't put it past him.
Wait, you mean he was aware of our goals from the very beginning? But why? We didn't run into any trouble last time, and he also never reached out to us since.
Why would he choose to act during her second infiltration attempt instead of the first?
Yes, that is a crucial question. Wriothesley, he doesn't do anything without a clear goal or reason. So this means he had no concerns about your activities from the very beginning. You're not from the same camp as us. You were sent down here by Nervulet, so you have no conflict of interest with Wriothesley. We're a completely different story, though.
Why did he only go after Lynette and not after you as well?
I'd like to know that, too. Why did he only go after her? Don't panic, just think everything over. I have to stay calm. This is not like what happened last time. The situation's different now.
Lenny, honey? You need a hug? Like, oh my gosh, I understand. I know exactly what you're thinking of. And that must have been, like, absolutely, like, traumatic for you. But I'm sure she's fine. I'm sure she's fine. We're right here for you, okay?
Wait, you're right. Wait, but that means... the fact that Fremine was able to leave the grounds... could Wriothesley have let him go as well?
But what does he gain by letting Fremine leave like that?
I get it now. He deliberately made them both disappear.
So he's challenging me and trying to provoke me, I'm sure of it. We never should have sent out Fremine. We had to go through all that trouble to find an opening to sneak him around the guards and into the pipe, and we even thought luck was on our side. If Wriothesley let him leave on purpose, then he's probably in a terrible spot now as well.
Lenny's getting more and more panicked. We have to calm him down.
Lenny? Honey? Let's take a deep breath here.
Don't be like this, Lenny. Fremine wouldn't have left if we hadn't told you about Child. That was our fault.
No. I'm the leader of this operation, and I'm the one responsible for this team. I was the one who failed to protect them. I'll go talk to Wriothesley.
I'll go with you.
Hey, don't be reckless! Traveler, please talk some sense into him.
I simply cannot allow Lynette to be abducted again. I have to go. I'll find a way to get them back.
Lenny, wait.
He's rushed out the door! After him!
That's the plan. I knew she would. I knew it. She was on to us this whole time. She knew she was on to us the whole time.
I feel like we still have some room to make changes on these details.
It's not impossible, but it'll require extensive testing.
Is that so? Very well. Then please be mindful of the time. Huh?
Is someone?
Pack everything up. Whoever's outside is eavesdropping. They'll probably come in once we stop talking. Someone! Please help! She's sick!
Whoa, are you okay?
These two. As expected, they've already found this place. Oh, they are quite sharp. What a delightful turn of events. I like smart people, but I also like playing dumb. I like the feeling of being trusted.
Oh, Sejuin is not one to be messed with.
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin. Being able to read human expressions is quite the useful skill.
Yeah, you say that, but one of your parents has to be human because someone fucked him
No
on the
use,
scene.
we have to catch up to him.
Oh damn, he's fast. He's fast as fuck. Lenny.
He's already out of sight. How is he so fast? Let's go head him off at Risley's office.
Yeah, is there a way I can oh nope. Is there a hold on. This is the admin area. Okay, so I should take elevator. Okay, hopefully this will lead me to the right elevator. Yep. Lenny said, my siblings are in danger, and I've got to save them. Nope, that's the down one. Oh. Wait. How the hell do I get in Risley's office? This is a damn shame. I should know how to do this by heart. I should know how to do this by goddamn heart. Oh, sweet. This is a goddamn maze. Oh, Risley, I'm here.
Come out and face me, Risley!
Ooh.
Aren't we at an administrative office space? Why don't you at least try to follow even a couple rules from the fortress's indoor management regulations?
What did you do to my sister?
I ran into the young miss at the infirmary. I'd heard that she was suffering from quite the migraine, so I decided to invite her over for a cup of tea. I do have some teas in my collection that can work wonders against such an illness.
Stop joking around! Where did you take my siblings?
I have also heard that your performances are quite the spectacle. Miss Lynette would sometimes enter a box filled with water, only to emerge the next second from another place altogether. Maybe she'll appear behind you right now if you were to turn your head.
Risley's being a little shit right now.
Is he trying to trick me into turning my head? No, he's probably not looking to attack me right now. All of the hostages are in his hands, and he's even in the mood for small talk. That means Lynette is probably still alive. You knew we were investigating the infirmary from the start, so you deliberately aroused the Traveler's suspicions and baited us into continuing our investigation, just so that you'd be able to kidnap Lynette. As for Fremine, no, you probably didn't even interfere with Child's escape. You let him go, so you could purge the Fatui members that we had planted into your ranks.
There was no need to do so. The fortress of Meropide is a pretty pleasant place. Most people enjoy their lives here. The only ones who act differently are those with personal agendas. It was quite easy to identify your colleagues.
Damn.
You removed our original members and spread the news of Child's escape so Father would assign our team to come down and investigate. Fremine has also fallen into your hands, right? If you're oh so omnipotent and so in control, why would you need hostages?
One correction. Lynette is in my hands right now, but Fremine is not.
He's not. What do you really want?
Lenny!
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Oh, wonderful. Everyone is here, so I'll only need to say this once. Thank you so much for cooperating with me.
Where are Lynette and Fremine?
Eager and to the point, I see. Alas, only Miss Lynette is currently having a cup of the fortress's finest tea. Although, as per your original plan, Mr. Fremine should also have returned to the fortress by now. But he has neither shown up within my gates, nor has he been taken into any kind of custody. So where do you think he may be right now?
Wait, you can't mean...
Oh, he's still out there.
You locked him outside in the sea?
I closed the fortress's gate to the outside world. That's all.
Fremine's a star diver, so he should be fine, right?
No, we're still here, so he definitely tried to find a way to come back for us. So we can't assume he might have made a break for the surface.
But why would I do this, you may be asking? To have an audience with you, of course. My intel tells me that Mr. Linney is a great magician, so it's only natural for me to want to have some cards of my own when it comes to negotiating. Besides, I do recall you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting with the Lord of the Fortress of Meropide, regardless of whether it was in a personal or a professional capacity. Well, you got your wish.
So, you've been keeping tabs on us before we even set foot in the fortress.
Some of my folks just happened to hear a thing or two, that's all. In any case, I will be straight with you. I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so we had a pleasant few days playing games together here. But once you started focusing on the Forbidden Zone, all of that changed.
Ooh, so we were fine until we poked the wrong bear.
Mr. Linney, the cards are stacked against you right now. Miss Lynette is in my hands, and Mr. Fremine is still slowly being pickled out there in the brine. You know just as well as I that he cannot last out there forever. You need do but one thing to guarantee their safety. I would like you to contact your superior, and ideally invite her over for a cup of tea with me.
You want to see Father? But why should she bother giving you an audience?
Well, if she cares for the well-being of her dearest children, she should have plenty of motivation to join me for a parents' evening. I've heard that the bonds between the members of the House of the Hearth are like the bonds of family. I don't see why she would refuse.
Why did you think Father sent us to handle the Fortress of Meropide? This place is basically a no-man's land. It wouldn't be fitting for anyone as important as a harbinger like Father to come here in person.
Oh, I see. So it's because she doesn't care for my place here. That's such a shame. After all, I've amassed quite the tea collection. I was looking forward to sharing it with her. Both Monsieur Nervillet and Lady Farina have already received many samples as gifts.
Was this the extent of your master plan to get to Father? No matter how much pressure you may put on me, I won't allow you to use us to blackmail her.
You people really are difficult to get along with. All I'm asking for is a face-to-face conversation. Does she truly have no interest in the fortress's secret? Mr. Linney, you have one last chance to invite your father here. If you refuse...
Lenny? Just do it. Just do it Risley wants. Like, he's a good man. Just listen to him. And then, like, Lenny and Lynette, I mean, Lynette and Fremine, I'm so sorry, honey. I'm so sorry, Fremine. I'm so used to saying Lenny and Lynette. Lynette and Fremine, I'm sure they will be returned to you safely.
Lenny!
Why do you have to do this?
Instead of asking why I'm doing this, why don't you try to see things from my perspective for a second? From the very beginning, the Fatui has been actively infiltrating my fortress. I gave you a warning by cutting off the first few operatives I found, but that only caused you to double down. Had you given up on the fortress then and there, I'd have no reason to want to talk. Mr. Fremenet left the fortress on his own, and Miss Lynette tried to pry out my secrets right in front of me. No matter how you look at it, the responsibility for this falls on you.
I shouldn't ask Father to do anything because of us.
I'm sure Father would come, Lenny. It's okay.
6, 5,
Wait,
2, 1. Time's up. It really is a shame, Mr. Lenny.
Risley!
Negotiations have broken down. Please leave, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for my afternoon tea.
Bro, Lenny, I know you're like stressed out right now because you don't know the whereabouts of your siblings, but I'm like trying not to like fall to my knees right now. This man is so dominating in this right now, and I'm just, goddamn. Please wait. Can we really not talk about this some more? Hi, Sunrise. Welcome to the stream.
Listen to the Traveler! If you can't talk to Lenny, can you at least talk
How
to
long
us?
have you been here?
You do realize that I'm only letting you go because of Neuvillette, yes? You're here helping him out, and I've already done my best to stay out of your way. But that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. The fortress may be small and remote, but it still has its own set of laws.
I want to say Fremenet and Lynette too. Please, Risley.
Then how about this? Those who are capable deserve respect. You've spent quite some time investigating my home turf by now, so why don't you tell me a thing or two about what you found,
I was waiting to. Oh my gosh. Sunrise, you're waiting to add a sim to make your entrance. You know what? Good for you. Good for you.
I'll ask you 3 questions. Answer all of them correctly, and I'll agree to your request.
All right, shoot.
Question 1. Regarding the hidden rules of the production zone, what is the truth behind the one about not being allowed to work for 3 days in a row?
I can't believe he's asking about the hidden rules. If I recall correctly, if you keep working without any rest, during lunch hour on the 3rd day, you'll find a portion of strange meat in your welfare. It's a good thing that we've already run a thorough investigation on this. Let's see if I can remember all the clues. I should be able to find an answer if I can piece everything together. You break the rule of the production zone, your welfare meal might contain some strange meat. I mean, Sunrise, what do you expect? Oh, whoa. Oh, wait. Who will see it if you keep...
We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work near the production zone. It seems like she can perceive the general state of a person's health just by looking at them.
Yep. Under what circumstance does a strange meat appear?
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. But what
Nothing less,
Sijuin
especially with
be doing
Risley involved. Yeah. Damn. Like, he was so hot. He's so hot right now. Like, can you blame me? Why does the strange meat appear the way that it does?
The research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently from humans. Because of that, the Melusines have also developed a sense of aesthetics that appear rather strange and alien to humans.
Hypothesis correct.
So that's what's going on. Paimon understands it now. Who would have guessed? The hidden rule of the production zone. People are not supposed to work 3 days in a row, and if they do, they'll get strange meat in their welfare meal.
I was deceased during Lanterite, so not the Pringles man mustache, Paimon.
At first we thought this strange meat must have something to do with the people who disappeared, but in reality, they were all
prepared by Sigewin, the head nurse. She often visits the production zone to observe the workers' health and makes a note of anyone who has worn themselves out after 3 full days of work. Out of her sense of duty as the head nurse, as well as her genuine concern for the workers' health, Sigewin visits the cafeteria right before lunch and cooks an extra dish for those who can use the stamina boost.
I want him to step on me with those boots.
Sigewin has only the best intentions with her surprise gift and doesn't want anyone to find out about what she does.
I forgot the return here, shaking my head, Paimon.
Unfortunately, Melusines as a race perceive the world differently from humans, and their sense of aesthetics is even more alien to us. The recipients of her lovingly prepared special meals cannot taste the care within and usually just freak out.
I mean, the meat was purple, and like, if it were a pretty patty, sure, but like, huh?
Are we on the right track?
Not bad. You've uncovered Sigewin's secret and even guessed her intentions correctly as well. It's nice to know that her efforts have not gone unacknowledged. All right, now for my next question. There are also some hidden rules in the Pancration Ring, including the one that you're not allowed to support both sides of a fight. Why is that?
The hidden rules of the Pancration Ring? I remember if someone tries to support both boxes at the same time, they'll receive a package the next morning, which contains a strange blood-colored liquid. We've also done a lot of research on this matter. Let me sift through what I found and come up with the correct answer. If you violate the hidden rules of the Pancration Ring, you will receive a bag containing a strange blood-colored fluid. Who sent the package containing the strange blood-colored fluid?
The Fanta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Meanwhile, the Duke believes that only idiots who don't understand the value of coupons would spend them on Fanta. Fanta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. But the product has to undergo a trial because even Fanta's own employees have a lot of reservations about it. We often see Miss Sigewin.
Okay, that's not it.
According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fanta company sponsored it. The company must want a return on their investment as well.
Let's see. Why does this strange color look the way it does?
Fanta's internal reports suggest
Okay,
that
this one. Why do only those who buy tickets to support both fighters receive the package?
Fanta's internal reports suggest that they're starting in. The Fanta promoter has been
I think this is it. Woo-hoo!
Paimon gets this rule too now, so there really was nothing to be afraid of.
No human blood in bottles here.
That hidden rule of the Pancration Ring is about how, people are not supposed to bet on both boxers at the same time. And if they do, they'll receive a package containing a strange blood-colored liquid. People get scared when they see it because they've subconsciously begun to associate it with the missing boxer. But really, it's just a bottle of the latest yet-to-be-named and packaged new Fanta trial product. A blood-red drink. It's no wonder even Fanta's own staff were questioning the company's decision-making. The company, facing backlash from its own staff, decided to try to trial the product on a smaller scale to see how it might be received by customers. They came to the fortress of Meropide and offered to sponsor the Pancration tournament so they could push their new product. But the Duke completely refused to even entertain the idea.
Oh, you look so kissable.
The Duke, knowing how valuable coupons are in the fortress, knew that only total idiots who didn't understand their true value would bother buying a Fanta product here. And so, only those who proved their stupidity by being dumb enough to bet on two opposing sides of the same match were selected to receive the drinks.
I acknowledge the effort you've put into bringing the truth of this mystery to light. Although, based on your description, that Fanta promoter is a bit too careless with his words, I may just reconsider my collaboration with the company.
Ooh.
All right, and here's the final question. What's the secret behind our head nurse and all of her patients in the infirmary?
I haven't collected enough info to answer that question.
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Risley! You know that we haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we can answer the last question. The thought of sparing Lynette and Fremine never even crossed your mind!
Lenny!
You'll pay for this! Ah!
Lenny. Lenny, did you really try to come at this man with a card? Holy shit, Risley looks so kissable here.
Lenny, are you alright?
Oh, close one. I owe you, Sigewinne. That was a fantastic shot.
Sigewinne packing heat!
No, nothing, Your Grace.
Sigewinne packing heat!
Sigewinne? Though this gun may look like a toy, it's actually fully functional, as I just demonstrated.
Sigewinne... You...
Are you his accomplice in all this?
Not at all. I am merely a resident of the fortress, and thus protecting it is my duty. When Monsieur Nervillette asked me to come here, he told me that my job would be to take care of the well-being of everyone here. I am merely discharging my duties.
I forgot they showed her a gun this early, dang.
But if you mean what you just said, then isn't Lenny someone you should be looking after as well? Isn't he a resident here just like the rest of us?
If you're close with Neuvillette, why not learn a thing or two about virtue from him?
But I really am just doing what Monsieur Nervillette told me to do. Everything I did, I've done to protect them. Had I not, they would be in far more dire straits right now. His Grace knows it too, right? Your Grace? Mind proving my innocence to them?
My dear Sigewinne, whatever shall I do with you? Would it have killed you to just wait another minute or two?
Well, it's nearly time after all. The way you do things can be truly frustrating sometimes, Your Grace. I figured I should try to talk some sense into you. What are you talking about? What time?
Take me if you want. But let them go.
How touching. Can you just give me one more minute?
No shit's given! This is why I love Risley!
Don't be like that, Your Grace.
All right, everyone, calm down. 2 more visitors will be arriving any time now.
Oh, he's ruthless.
I'll go get a cup of tea. Miss Sigewinne, I leave Miss Lynette in your care.
You... What are you doing?
I believe I hear footsteps.
The door suddenly slams open. A familiar figure bursts into the room. Clorinde?
Some space, please.
Ah, Miss Clorinde. My door.
Remini!
Fremine... Fremine...
Oh, he laid out. My door.
What's going on? What is Clorinde doing here?
Work.
I'm sorry about shooting you, Mr. Lenny. The tranquilizing effect will begin to wear off soon. Please take it easy in the meantime, though.
What happened to Fremine? Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like this?
These symptoms. It can't be.
A flushed face, an accelerated pulse. He must have consumed primordial seawater.
Oh, my poor baby boy.
What did you say?
Please, make some space. I'll need to give Mr. Fremine a more thorough checkup. Your Grace, I'll leave the rest to you.
I'll talk to Clorinde while you get Fremine to where he needs to be. Everything else can wait.
Try to understand the situation the people found. Okay. Sigewinne? Lenny's expression looks disgusted. It seems like he'd rather not have Sigewinne touch Fremine. Still, he didn't stop her since it's obvious that Fremine does require urgent medical care. Sigewinne's examining Fremine carefully. He doesn't look too upset, which is a good sign. Oh, Fremine will be okay.
How is he?
These symptoms are probably caused by an acute ingestion of a large amount of primordial seawater. Still, his condition is not critical.
Acute and large in the same sentence?
Of course, it would be best if he stayed for further observation.
Sans, welcome to your stream, and thank you for the bonk. How are you doing tonight?
Infirmary once he's recovered a bit more. Sorry. I am aware that the infirmary may not be your favorite place in the world at the moment. We do only have a single clinic in the fortress, however.
Why would he ingest a large amount of primordial seawater after leaving the fortress? How could that possibly happen?
Please, look after Mr. Fremine for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator. Oh, I'll bring Miss Lynette back with me.
Where is she? How is she right now?
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I tranquilized her. If my calculations are correct, she should also be waking up right around now. You might not believe me, but His Grace and I actually made some snacks and tea for her.
Siegeween packing heat! Lenny has finally begun to stop tensing the muscles on his face. Seems that he trusts what Miss Siegeween said. Good, finished a feature PNG mod from our streams, but still no. Ooh! Let's go, Sans! I can't wait to see it. Do you know what program you're gonna use? Like, cause I, for my PNG tuber, I am using VideoTube. I know there are other ones. I know there's another one. But like VideoTube's one I tend to use. And like they've undergone some recent developments where like at least with VideoTube, you can adjust the amount of time between blinks. Like I follow like their like newsletter like about like all the updates they do. So
What's that look on your face? I thought I made good time on the way back.
yeah, like you should just like look into it, like, you know, do some research and find the program that works best for you.
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. Had you arrived just a few minutes later, Siegeween may have been forced to shoot Mr. Lenny again. How's the situation out there?
The water has changed. It's pretty much as expected. The concentration of primordial seawater has increased significantly. I was only out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad. But if one were to stay for any significant amount of time, well, you can see how that boy's doing.
Where was he when you found him?
The abandoned zone at the end of the pipes. A good distance into the water.
Closer than I thought. He must have recognized it early on and tried desperately to swim back.
Locking the door was necessary. I don't think we could have saved two.
By my luck and set, maybe might do it there. All right.
Well, I did try to convince him that I had my reasons. Never seems to work, though.
It would probably work on Neuvillette. He has a knack for picking out who had good intentions, even when the outcomes were all terrible.
It's a bad sign if you're having to plead your case to Neuvillette. Want some tea?
Not particularly. If you want to drink some that badly, just say so.
Fine, I'd like to get some tea. Want me to get you a cup too, since I've already made it?
Can you get me a cup 3?
Might as well then, I suppose. Actually, do you have a towel? I would like to dry my hair.
I kind of don't know how the page's name. The page's name, like for the program. Like I can type it out really quickly. Even if you just search up like PNG tuber programs, I'm sure it should be like one of the first things that shows up. He really wants his tea. Man loves his tea. We love a man with priorities.
Lenny, are you okay?
I'll be fine. They're all here now. Don't worry about me.
Are you sure? You don't look all right.
My hands and feet are still a bit weak, but that's probably just the residual effects of the tranquilizer shot.
I'm back, everyone.
Lynette!
Lenny! Oh, Traveler, Paimon, you're here too. Fremine?
Is he... He'll be fine. But for now, please help me lift him up.
Lenny and Lynette immediately come to lift Fremne up. With their help, they take him back to the infirmary. I'm assuming? Or no? It was too fast. Oh, Fremne.
His breathing's beginning to slow down.
Give me a hand and help me get him to the infirmary.
Yeah, I'll take him from this side. Lynette, together?
On it. Traveler, you seem pretty worried about him. Want to come with us?
Very well.
The Duke and Clarande are gone.
I went to go get tea.
They probably went to get some tea. The Duke will explain the truth in just a bit. Miss Clarande will need a break, since she only just returned from rescuing Fremne out of the sea.
Take your rest, Queen. Clarande saved Fremne from the sea? That's what happened there. I would also get tea if I did already have my cup for the day. Risley, just come over here and sit down. I'm ready.
Could I tempt you with some sugar for your tea?
No need.
Could I tempt you with...
No need.
All right, just make sure, Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hey, don't mind me. I'm just, Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Shush! You see this gorgeous man right here? You see this gorgeous man right here? Hush! Let me live. Let me be great. Sans, thank you for the hydrate and the stretch. Alright. Oh, there's a stretch. Here's the hydrate. Madam? That button right there is begging for mercy. That button right there is begging for mercy. Oh, this is lovely. Should I do it? Should I do it? I'm probably gonna do it now that I think about it. Pokemon buttons hanging on for their lives. Yeah, like Gallagher, Topaz. Like I don't talk about like Honkai Star. Hold on. I gotta get the right angle for this. Damn. That jacket is in the way. Hold on, how about this? There we go. What do you mean activated? It's always on! Alright, let's leave the office. I will come back to this office later. I want that bakery in my lap. Go back to the infirmary. Okay, here we go. Alright, let's go check on Fremne. This is it. Alright.
it's awake. Fremine, how do you feel?
Lynette.
We're all here.
Where am I?
The infirmary at the Fortress of Meropide, Mr. Fremine. And you are no longer in any danger.
What the hell happened out there?
How do you feel? Don't push yourself if you're not feeling up to it.
Mm-hmm. Traveler. Paimon. It's been so long. The sea. There's something wrong with the seawater.
Oh, Fremine, honey, baby. Stay in bed.
Shh, it's okay. We can talk about it after you've recovered.
No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. I don't know why it's there, but no one should touch it.
What happened after you snuck into the pipes?
Pipes. Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now. I'm in. Seems like this pipe hasn't been used in a long time. It looks abandoned. Where could Master Child be?
Oh! Oh, let's go. I mean, I know I do have Fremine myself. I do have Fremine myself. But you know. Oh, Fremine. Oh, what is this weapon? Come on. Royal Greatsword. Let me just look at this so I can get an idea of how to build Fremine whenever if I ever get around to it. Royal Greats. Interesting. Okay, Noblesse Oblige. Oh, oopsies, oopsies. Oh, they're all, but... Wow, you won't let me see what you went and did with them. Okay, fine. Oh, he's a C3. What are your talents at? Oh. They're all at level 5. Oh, I guess I can't really tell if it's a... I mean, it's definitely a better build than what I have him at now. Not the basic glider.
Huh. This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it?
Well, considering he escaped from here, assuming Child did do it.
Yeah.
Alright, rotate. So now what? If you downloaded VitaTube, like, I think Mini's the only one that's out right now, but I believe you need 4 different images for your PNG. One for when your mouth is open, one when your mouth is closed, one when you are blinking and your mouth is open, and one when you're blinking and your mouth is closed.
It's getting stuck on something. Seems like I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn it.
Back down. Yeah, for each state. That's gonna take a while to draw all of that. I find that if you make like if you have a lot of separate layers, and you make sure you have layers for make sure you have separate layers for the mouth and the eyes. I find that like making stasis like easier. But yeah, art takes time, Sans. It takes time. I would know. Like, I have like 13 on my VidaTube. Yeah. I've got a few. So you just gotta put the work in. Oh, drop down the hole. Okay, we're not trying to kill Fremine here. I'm not trying to kill the boy. Baby boy.
This is where the water starts. Okay.
You got this, Fremine.
Master Child probably dived into the water. I'll go take a look as well.
Alright, dive into the water and begin your investigation. Or continue your investigation. Let's go, Fremine! Not this. The sensor really takes me out. The water sensor really takes me out because, like, bruh. I don't think it takes much to see.
The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently. I should be going in the right direction. There are traces here too. I need to keep going.
I don't see those traces, but...
The traces are gone. But I don't see where he could have gone from here. Wait. What the...
Fremine?
My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe. What's going on? No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still.
I get it now, but how do I move it to Twitch? What program are you going to use to stream to Twitch? I use OBS since it's less taxing on your computer. But I know some people use OBS, some people oh Jesus! Fremine! Oh my gosh, move it, move it, move it, move it!
I can't.
Streamlabs, that's the other one.
This is bad. I'm feeling worse and worse, and I'm still underwater. I have to push on.
We know. But here's Cloran.
So, in other words, the trail you were following vanished, and you had no idea where Master Child could have gone. But there was also no obvious place for him to have disappeared to.
That's right. I tried my best to swim back, but I had already put some distance between myself and the fortress, and I just couldn't find the strength to keep going. I probably passed out some time after that, and you know the rest.
Miss Clarande brought you back, but we also don't know why she just suddenly appeared at the fortress, or why she went out to save you.
Miss Clarande, you say? I must go thank her in person.
You're still too weak for Monet. You can go after you've had some more rest.
Yeah. Just lie down and take a nap, honey.
Miss Lynette is right. I believe Miss Clarande will stay here as a guest for another few days, so there's no need to hurry.
A guest? Then I can assume Risley was the one who invited her to come down here?
You should ask His Grace about that. He'll be able to explain better than me.
Got it. I'll go talk to him.
Yeah, it's about time he actually told us what's going on. Wanna come with us, Liddy?
He just reunited with his siblings that he thought were gone. Let's give him some space.
No, please go on without me. I don't want to leave just yet.
And you're totally valid for that. Spend some quality time with your siblings.
Lenny.
The logical part of my brain is aware that we're safe right now, but I still can't bring myself to leave. Both of you are just in danger.
Understood. Then let's just sit together for a while. In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you. The Traveler and I are going to head out for now. As long as you stay in here, I don't think you'll be disturbed.
Thank you.
Oh, look at them. They're so cute.
I'm so sorry, Lenny.
Fremine, don't apologize.
I'm also really sorry, Lenny. I should have been more careful.
You don't need to apologize either, Lynette.
Don't say that. It was all my fault. I was the one who should have been more careful. You two were nearly...
If I was stronger, maybe I would have already found Master Child.
Oh, baby, no.
No, how can you say that?
Huh?
I'm sorry.
What I'm hearing is, we all dropped the ball at some point during the mission, so the responsibility falls on all of us. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right. It's on all of us.
Lenny, we understand that you're worried about us, but we're worried about you as well. Please don't blame yourself. We want you to keep your spirits up.
Yeah.
Okay, got OBS. How do I put Twitch on OBS? Oh my gosh, Sans. You're gonna need to look up a tutorial at this point. I would love to help you out, but like off the top of my head, I'm just like, huh? Yeah, you're gonna have to put some work in, Sans. You're gonna have to get yourself familiarized with OBS and like set it up in a way you want your streams to operate. So I think it's best you look into some tutorials. I'll look into my like history and look at some of the ones I watched, and I can probably like send it in like the Discord later. But off the top of my head, like I'm not sure how helpful I can be right now. You guys are too cute. All right, Risley, I'm coming back. You don't have to tell me twice.
Excuse me?
I take it Mr. Fremine's condition has stabilized?
Of course. I wouldn't have left the infirmary otherwise.
I've been expecting those two, but Might I inquire as to the purpose of your visit, Miss Siegewien?
I wanted to check up on Miss Cloran. How are you feeling?
Mostly fine, I think.
If you don't mind, I'd like to perform another quick physical exam. It'll just take a few minutes.
Yeah, because she was also out there with the primordial seawater.
All right. Thank you for looking out for me. I'll take my leave for now, then.
Well, want to explain yourself, Risley?
Of course, but I'm not partial to the word choice of explain. How about enlighten?
Well then, please enlighten us as much as you'd like.
Where should I begin? How about you start by asking me any questions you have? You can start with whichever one you'd like to get answered the most.
Then Paimon will begin. Did you know about Lenny's goals from the very beginning?
No. I just knew they were Fatui operatives sent to the fortress by the Knave. As for their specific goals, I only figured those out as you made progress on your investigation.
You managed to monitor and stay ahead of them even though you didn't know what they were trying to do?
This is why I love Risley.
They came here with ulterior motives. I'm quite adept at discerning what that kind of behavior signals.
Why didn't you stop them?
Initially, I thought their goal was just to investigate Child's disappearance. Linny suggested that I had deliberately let him escape, but in truth, I didn't really do anything special to help or hinder him while he was here. Everything he did, from finding helpers to leaving this place, he did on his own.
I expect nothing less.
Of course, it's inevitable that the Knave would make a big deal out of her fellow Harbinger's unexplained disappearance.
Paimon, he's the leader of the Meropide. He has to be. Yeah, he has to be.
I'm also quite curious about where that Harbinger went. So I figured I might as well let the Fatui do their own investigative work. All I care about is the answer.
So you were hoping Lenny's group would just do your work for you?
Paimon, work smarter, not harder.
You make it sound like that's a bad thing. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. I assume that Fremine has told you already, the ratio of primordial seawater around the fortress of Meropide is on the rise. The Forbidden Zone has always been Linny's target, and you got roped into that investigation after running into him. I began to intervene out of concern for your safety, and also to prevent the fortress from becoming entangled in more irksome matters.
Are the rumors true? That you're also a former criminal?
Whatever he did, it was justified.
Now, why would you put it like that? Isn't staying here all day and serving as the manager of the fortress a kind of sentence unto itself? Another form of prison? I just happen to have some support from the rest of the inmates. That's all.
Oh, right. Paimon wanted to ask, who invited Cloran down here?
Me, of course. I paid her good mora to come down to the fortress for some field work. As a champion duelist, Miss Cloran could be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable person to help me get through the impending crisis.
And saving Fremine was part of that crisis?
You can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit is due, that boy is quite adept at diving. Had conditions not been as hostile as they were, he probably would have found the missing Harbinger already.
So, the Forbidden Zone really exists? What's inside of it?
That's not something you should be asking after. Neuvillette only asked you to investigate Child's whereabouts.
Oh, come on. Can't you tell me?
All I need to prove to you is that the Forbidden Zone had nothing to do with the Harbinger's disappearance. That should be clear now that you've spoken to Fremine.
But we've already uncovered that there's something wrong with the infirmary, and we've answered a bunch of questions that you threw at us. Isn't it about time that you answer our last question in return?
Equivalent exchange.
You make a compelling case. Do you really want to know the answer that badly?
As much as I want you to sit on me, yes.
Yeah, Paimon really wants to know.
Even if the truth may not be pleasant?
Yes.
Follow me.
There's a hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Risley.
It seems you've forgotten just what kind of place the Fortress of Meropide is.
All right, Risley, show me your secrets.
Stand on the central plate.
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or... Whoa!
Can I hold on to you, Risley? Once everyone has taken their positions on the circular plate, it begins to slowly move downwards.
So, this is the Forbidden Zone? Honestly, for a place so well hidden, Paimon sure doesn't see anything special.
And that is...
What a huge door!
There are 3 such isolation gates in total. Generally speaking, I'm the only one who's allowed to go inside. Hence the name Forbidden Zone. Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and tell your little Fatui friends everything?
Well, we kind of have an agreement. I won't lie to you.
Well, Paimon wasn't thinking of keeping anything from them.
Well, I'd advise you wait until you've seen the whole truth of this place for yourself before deciding whether or not to tell them.
So there's a switch on the side.
Stand back.
Whoa! They all just went up one by one.
What's that in the middle room?
Go on, have a look.
This room is really empty with nothing in here, which is quite strange on its own. There's also a device smack dab in the middle of the room, which looks like some kind of massive sluice gate.
I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Meropide. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it, but it'd also be risky and negligent to simply ignore any potential danger that could be behind it. The readings on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place. But over the past year, the needle has crept upwards from its original position, likely because some parameter it's been tracking has changed, if only infinitesimally. Normally I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated. Any guesses what the reading could be tracking?
I'm gonna guess the primordial seawater, but since you're making me go through this, the water pressure?
Very reasonable guesses. I've considered both of those as well. Unfortunately, our dashboard is tracking something less ordinary. The temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more likely. We ran a few tests to increase the pressure from the outside, but the readings didn't change at all. Later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential connection with the primordial sea. I began to make a few preparations based on that hypothesis. Over the past few days, the needle has moved again. With that, and the symptoms that Fremine displayed after leaving the fortress, I can now confidently conclude that the readings represent the concentration of primordial seawater in the seawater nearby.
The concentration of primordial seawater? But we're already under the sea!
That's concerning.
And that is precisely the problem. We're at the bottom of the sea, and now we're surrounded by toxic seawater. Somehow, primordial seawater got mixed in, and the concentration is steadily rising.
Primordial seawater is continually leaking into the sea?
Yes, that's very likely.
But forget about the two of us. Not even Novelette knows where the primordial sea could be, much less where we could find and plug a leak. Oh. Oh!
Seems like you've figured it out. I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate. For some reason, the primordial seawater levels have risen significantly, and it's now very close to us. The indicators are now red. Although the gate still stands, some primordial seawater has already leaked out and mixed into the sea around us. If this continues, soon it will no longer be able to hold back the primordial sea at all.
And if the primordial sea is leaking through, And the gate falls. All of Fontaine will go with it.
Yeah, you know what the legends say. If this place falls, then everyone in Fontaine will be turned into puddles in the span of a night.
But that's just too weird! Why would the Fortress of Meropide be built right above a sluice gate for the Primordial Sea? Who built this place anyway?
Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy. To be honest, you might find the actual answer may be exceedingly boring. It's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone had been long forgotten by the nation before I rediscovered it with my research. There's no single founder of the Fortress of Meropide in any traditional sense. What we know about its history has been left to us by the people who used to live here.
Like spoken history.
When the previous Hydro Archon Egeria ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled. The people drove the criminals away like a wolf pack chasing away the banished. The criminals received no sympathy of any kind from the people. They were exiled to the desolate seaside, where they experienced only pain, struggle, and the bone-chilling cold. Some of them began to repent, and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro Archon took pity on them, and said, "You may go guard my secret, deep underneath the waves." And so, leaning on the power of the Hydro Archon, they gathered underneath the sea and began to build a fortress.
I've only known Clocky for 5 minutes, but anything happens to this Mickey Mouse bootleg, I'll kill everyone Patagonia and then myself. Oh, Eden, I'm glad you're enjoying Patagonia. Yeah, Clocky's great. Clocky's great.
As the number of exiles increased, more and more people joined the community. When the first group of exiles died, they left the yet unfinished fortress to their successors. The Hydro Archon continued to lend her support, allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue growing ever larger. Before long, this dark underwater fortress became the sinner's only home. And with that, the people here stopped referring to the fortress as a prison. They saw themselves as repenting sinners who would regain their freedom once they had sufficiently redeemed themselves. But as time went on, people also realized that the fortress was a lonely place. Once they had gotten used to life here, they could no longer feel comfortable living in the overworld. Once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their withered souls fade away with the ancient secrets of the past. After many, many centuries, few people still remember the reason for the fortress's founding. Now they just see it as an integral pillar of Fontainian society, as the place where criminals deserve to be sent. Now and again, researchers manage to break one law or another and live out their days in the fortress. I learned all this from an elderly historian. Everyone else just thought he'd made it all up.
But now you know every part of that history is true.
Indeed. It's just as the prophecy says. If this gate fails, then everyone will be dissolved into the sea.
You believe in prophecies?
To be frank, not really. But sadly, that hasn't stopped this prophecy from proving all too accurate. Prophecies are troublesome things. Just hearing one will create the first wave of panic. Seeing signs of it will bring about the second, and actually witnessing it in real time, the third.
I just overclocked a man to have depression. So, as the Duke of Meropide, just what do you plan to do about it?
Let's go somewhere else. I want to show you something. This is it.
Your Grace, perfect timing. The results from our last round of experiments have...
Wait, Jurier, he's not alone!
Huh? Loravine and Jurier?
No need to panic, you two. I've already told them about our plan.
What? After you warned us not to tell a single soul about any of this?
Look, Risley's special, so hush.
I'm skeptical as well. Are you sure they are trustworthy?
The results speak for themselves, don't they? These two may already know more than you could ever imagine.
All right then, if Your Grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
Well, how about some reintroductions? This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute. He used to work under Edwin. I trust that you've heard of Edwin?
Ed who?
He's the one who blew the whole Institute sky high. Everyone knew he was a bit crooked in the head, but you're not local, so I guess it's possible for you not to have heard of him.
Edwin's main areas of research were archeum and gravimeters. As his assistant, Jurier is quite familiar with them as well. I hired him to be my technical consultant.
Oh, nice. Good, Sans. It's great to hear.
You want to blow up the fortress of Meropide?
Paimon, you're getting ahead of yourself.
Ah, what a lovely idea. I'm already imagining it in my head.
Gotta admit, I'm tempted as well.
Guys, focus! Focus!
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of my technical consultants. While Jurier used to be Edwin's assistant, she used to be Jurier's assistant.
Ooh, are they together?
Was that really necessary?
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple and just using your work as a convenient cover?
Your Grace, I am not in a relationship with this man.
If I dated her, I'd officially be madder than Edwin.
Jeez, forget I said anything then. Follow me.
When everyone ships you with your coworker. That's gotta be awkward.
Whoa, there's another door that goes right up.
Your constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
But Paimon really thinks everything's super cool.
Is this just a normal room?
Well, let's spice it up a bit. And here you go.
Oh, shit. This is...
What a huge ship! This is also a production zone that Paimon's never seen before. What's going on?
How much do you know about Fontanian history?
Not much at all.
Well, then maybe you haven't heard the story of ancient Lemuria. To give you a quick rundown, Fontaine used to be ruled by the Lemurian dynasty. According to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer Sibila, who had taken on the form of a golden bee. Taking the golden bee with him and riding on a huge ship, the Fortuna, he created his nation above the surging waves. He called his nation Lemuria and used the Fortuna to incessantly search for new tribes and islands, calling on them to join his empire.
There's a ship in this story too?
Where there's water, there'll be ships. People believe that hope can always be found at the end of a voyage.
Do you believe that too?
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and technology at my disposal. Certainly can't hurt to give it a try. So the moment I began to speculate that the primordial sea might lie underneath the gate, I also began this project.
Were you inspired by the legendary Fortuna?
Maybe. Fontanians need something to hold on to cope with the impending disaster.
This is a plan for the ages. Can't you share your plan with everyone?
Were the workers to find out the truth behind this ship, riots would destroy the fortress faster than any catastrophe. As the fortress's administrator, I'd never make such a reckless call. Alright, that's enough talking for now. I'll need another 3 cups of tea to soothe my throat. Do you have any other questions?
Can I join you?
Seems like you're good. Come on, I'll take you back.
Darn.
I'll leave you here for now.
Oh, thank you so much.
No worries. But don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just saw. What you do from here on out will likely affect those 3 as well.
It means that my actions now will decide the next steps Lenny's group takes. In other words, if I want to tell Lenny the truth, I must make him understand we cannot afford excessive conflict right now.
Yeah, we'll put a lot of thought into it for sure.
Yeah, we will.
Great. I look forward to what happens next.
Alright, let's go check on the siblings. What are you guys doing?
We're back!
Welcome back. Do you want a cup of tea?
How can you be so much like Risley, always drinking tea?
Huh. Actually, now that you mention it, I just remembered something now. While I was sedated, I could still barely hear two people talking next to me. They were discussing everything, from the leaves to the water and even the teacups themselves.
Must have been Risley and Sejuin.
Yeah, I heard one male voice and one female, so it should have been the two of them. They really were just talking about brewing tea.
I really can't make sense of this place.
So, Traveler, Paimon, were you able to learn anything from Risley?
Oh, did we?
Yeah, he explained everything.
Very well. Then, would you mind checking your answers against my speculations?
Feeling better now, Lenny?
Yeah, I took the time to rest, so I'm feeling a lot more relaxed now.
Nobody else is around, and Miss Sejuin is also busy with something or other. So let's just talk here.
All right, then I'll posit my theories. I asked myself 3 questions. Firstly, why was Fremine affected by the primordial seawater? It was because he dove into the sea. My theory is, the long-lost primordial sea is probably very close to the fortress of Meropide.
Ooh, he's good. He got that right on the first try.
That's our Lenny.
Secondly, Risley's attitude changed dramatically during the course of our stay here. He ignored us completely at first, then suddenly roadblocked us. Why? I spent quite a long time thinking about this. If he has been monitoring the Fatui since the very beginning, he probably ignored us at first because he was hoping we could find Master Child for him. What's more, the Fortress of Meropide is not part of Fontaine's court system, nor does it report to Udex Nervulet. Risley
Okay,
is
gotta wait a
basically the
bit
king of
so
a
I can read some codes, but I'll do that tomorrow. Yeah. I don't know what time zone you're in, Sans, but at least for me, it is like the day is about to change. So it is getting late. So maybe just like rest on it and then work on it later.
As long as the fortress doesn't do anything about Master Child's disappearance, Father can use it to pressure the Fontaine authorities. And while the two factions are pitted against each other, Risley will be free to move between the parties of interest. If I had to guess, he probably has something that he's working on himself. It's likely related to the secret of the infirmary, but I just can't think of what it could be.
Lenny's grasp of the big picture is amazing.
You're super smart.
Thanks so much. Then finally, there's the last question. If Risley does have a plan, what could it be? All I know for now is that his plan probably has something to do with the changing nature of the seawater. He's even gotten Cloran to help him out. That can't be the full extent of what he's doing. There's probably a secret passageway behind the block in the infirmary, and there's something big in the fortress that most people here never get to see. He has a bargaining chip, and it could be important enough for Father to deal with him directly. I don't have enough information, so I have no idea what his chip might be. But let me guess. You have the last piece of the puzzle.
After some deliberation, you share the information you just learned with Lenny and company. While sharing what you saw, you emphasize that now is not the time for disputes, and it's very,
I can't believe it.
The sea will engulf everyone. Just like the prophecy said.
Could Risley have wanted to meet Father to figure out a way to deal with this crisis?
That sounds plausible.
If you remember, I once mentioned that Father sees the House of the Hearth as her base of operations, and she truly wants to resolve the crisis. But how could Risley have known that?
Or perhaps he didn't know, and just wanted to bring Father over to his side? Which could be why he said he just wanted to negotiate.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I understand your concerns as well, Traveler. I'll figure out a way to pass this on to our father. No matter what, we're on your side. The two of you have already aided us far too much. We probably wouldn't be standing here right now if not for you. If you ever need anything else going forward, please come to the House of the Hearth at any time. Though you may not share the sentiment, After all that we've gone through together, the three of us basically see you as family now.
You have my gratitude.
Thank you for protecting Linny when it really mattered. And thank you for sharing the secrets of the fortress with us. We didn't think you were going to do it.
Why are you being so formal all of a sudden?
Don't mention it. We can work together again if necessary.
Given your strength, you might not need our help at all. But if you are ever in danger, we will try our best to protect you.
Aww, the sound of that makes Paimon feel all warm and safe inside.
What was that?
Paimon's hungry.
Of course you are.
Oh, you've done so much already. Go get some food.
Alright, then we'll catch you guys another time.
I feel like I should try to become someone more capable of helping.
You're incredibly helpful. Lenny thinks so too.
Be so hard on yourself, baby.
Yeah, you two are always telling me not to push myself, but aren't you just like that as well?
Alright, let's go get some grub. Oh, that could have been bad.
Time for dinner. Welfare meals now being served at the coupon cafeteria.
Come on, let's go pick up ours as well. Traveler and Paimon, over here. Are you here for dinner too, Miss Sijween?
And I'm taking the opportunity to prepare Miss Cloran's dinner as well.
Huh. You're right. She's actually sitting in the fortress cafeteria.
What would you like to eat?
Huh? We can choose?
Yep, you can. I've already talked to our chef, Mr. Wolsey. It's all on me today, so you can get whatever you'd like.
Then I'll have the tastiest stuff you have to offer.
Me too! Don't forget Paimon!
No problem. Just leave it to me.
After a while, the meals Sijween ordered for you were alive, unlike these where we Aww.
So delicious.
Amazing.
Paimon's so happy. Paimon wants to feast like this every day.
That was too fast for me to read.
Feeling full yet? How's the food?
Delicious.
Exquisite. Thank you.
I'm so glad to see you all so happy. Oh, see, the expression on your face just now? The muscle here just moved, which suggests that you're feeling quite relaxed at the moment.
Sijween, do you do this to help your patients or to better understand human beings?
Why not both?
A bit of both, I suppose. I'm a Melusine, which means I'm very different from human beings. I must know what you're thinking if I want to take good care of you.
No, who are your parents, Sijween? Who are your parents? There's no way. There's no way.
You're really good at taking care of people. Even though you're so short, you still talk and act like an older sister.
Really? You're reminded of an older sister? That's great to hear.
Oh, and what did you mean back in Risley's office? When you said that you were protecting Linny and his siblings as well.
Risley would have rocked their shit, Paimon.
Oh, that. I just asked His Grace to look out for those children, especially that diver boy. I was getting a bit worried after hearing that something was wrong with the water. Thankfully, Cloran is very strong and managed to save him in the nick of time. His Grace also sealed the pipes after Cloran left, to make sure that Linny wouldn't impulsively chase after his brother.
Ah, that's what you meant by we couldn't save two.
Although the path was blocked, we still stationed some guards there to stop anyone from approaching. They were instructed to only open the door once Miss Cloran had returned. Oh, and I was keeping an eye on Mr. Linny as well. We had to press him, but we couldn't allow him to be in any real danger. You were all super considerate and really thought everything through.
It's just what we do down here at the fortress. At least this has been his Grace's style for as long as he's been the leader. Oh, I really wish Monsieur Unraveling would come down here more often too. I feel like he'd like it here, with all the darkness and chaos.
Sichuin? That doesn't make sense at all. It's hard to imagine Livelette outside of his office.
Get a good night's rest, you two. You both worked very hard.
Alright, return to the dormitories to rest. I think it's just best to just use this and run. Because I really don't feel like finding the right elevator. The map should mark what each elevator does when you're on the floor. I'm lazy. I don't want to think. Although I will say Fontaine does make you do a lot of thinking. And reflecting.
So much has happened. Paimon just feels absolutely exhausted now that she's finally relaxed. Paimon's super sleepy. Are you sleepy too?
Yeah, I'm also getting there. Damn. Man, I wish I could go to sleep like that. Wow, she really immediately fell asleep.
Delicious. Paimon wants seconds for free.
Good night.
Out of my way! Get out of my way! What happened? Why is everyone running? No idea, but something must have happened. Stop asking!
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Who's yelling? Paimon still wants to sleep.
Huh? What's that sound? Paimon, wake up! We need to go out and see what's going on. Is that an alarm? I don't like the sound of this. My favorite hobby in Penacony is giving people rigorous bouts of depression.
What happened? Why is everyone running around? Hey, what are you doing?
No time to explain, mate. Goodbye.
Hey, wait! What's wrong with these people? They won't even talk to us.
They're here! Yeah, there you are!
Oh, Quisto!
Oh, thank goodness!
Quisto and Laveroon, do you know what happened here?
We came here especially to inform you. Something seems to have gone terribly wrong just now. His Grace is telling everyone to evacuate and get out of here.
Damn.
Laveroon was saying you two are new here and you don't have many friends, so you might slip through the cracks. Haven't you heard all the stories like that? An evacuation is successfully completed, yet you only find out once you do a head count that 1 or 2 people are missing.
Wait, weren't you the one who brought that up? Why is it suddenly my idea?
Hey, shut up!
Okay, whatever. The point is, you should come with us.
You said that Grace said to evacuate outwards?
Yeah, he said to get as far away as possible, upwards and outwards.
That means that whatever happened must have happened down below. Oh no. Isn't that gate at the very bottom?
Oh no, it can't be that thing!
Whoa, wait, what? What? Hey, where are you going?
We have to go find the Duke! You two just go and get out! Go on without us!
Hey, hey! Be careful!
We will. Thank you for checking up on us. You guys are so sweet.
Attention, please evacuate upwards and outwards. Upwards. Attention, please evacuate upwards and outwards.
Don't let me be lazy.
If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible. Attention, please evacuate
Okay, I don't know where I'm going, okay?
Attention, please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far.
Navigate me, damn it. I don't know where I am.
Attention, please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards.
Okay.
If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible.
This is very concerning.
Attention, please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far.
Move, I gotta get to Risley. Oh, the stairs are open already. Not a good sign. Not a good sign. All right, we're going down.
They're here.
Just like I said.
Uh-oh. Oh, that, oh, uh-oh.
You're just in time. But be ready to run.
Oh, no. Oh, shit. Don't touch it, don't touch it! Oh, gosh. Oh, let's go, Risley. Oh no. Oh no. Run!
Three, two, one.
Oh, hey, Claus! Welcome to the stream! Oh, shit. You can do it, Risley. You can do it. Go, 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 go! How dare you, Eden? How dare you?
This won't hold it for long. Find Neuvillette. Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
Then what will happen to you?
Until he arrives, we're the last line of defense.
All right, I'm on it. I'm on it.
The gate. How long do you think it'll hold?
That depends on us.
Well, I don't know how much, Cloran's an electro user. I don't know how much, like, her abilities are gonna really, like, help out. She's got a gun and a sword.
Neuvillette? Why are you here?
Hi, Nuvi. Oh, right, there's a situation going on.
Traveler, I need you to head to the Opera House immediately.
Huh?
Farina will soon be meeting with the Knave there. You must protect Farina, and make sure she doesn't spend too much time alone with her.
Why? Okay, you can explain everything else to me later.
Will do. You have my sincerest gratitude.
There's a situation, and I'm concerned for Risley and Karan's safety, please. Helps with the times I missed. Oh my gosh, you guys are ridiculous. Okay, yes, to the Opera House. Alright, okay. I'm leaving it up to you to help Risley and Karan. I really like them. I don't want any harm to come to them. Or you, but I have a feeling you'll be just fine.
Look, there are a ton of Factilium Palais Mermonia people over there. The Knave is probably here already. We need to hurry.
Okay, but why are we hurrying for Farina?
Are you two the
you know what?
traveler in
It's for
Paimon?
Neuvillette. I'll hurry.
I'm sure Neuvillette has left instructions. Please follow me.
It's for Neuvillette. I'll hurry.
Though I'm sure he's already explained, this should be a mostly cordial conversation, unlikely to give rise to violence. But it would be most appreciated if you could protect Lady Farina to the best of your abilities.
I'll do my best for Neuvillette. See, here's another Melusine. Mitten hands. Mitten hands. And she's got, like, very thick legs and feet. Sigewinne? You look uncomfortable.
Oh, so you two are the honored guests Miss Farina mentioned.
Of course, of course. How could they not attend a meeting such as this? I must always have 2 or more guests at my dessert table. Otherwise, the occasion would be too lonely and unbecoming of my station.
It is my pleasure to make your acquaintance, traveler.
Damn.
I have heard much of your accomplishments. I am the Knave, one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers.
Hello. So this is the Knave, the head of the House of the Hearth, and the Linny siblings fought. She certainly does not seem easy to deal with. Greetings. It's a pleasure to meet you too.
I've already prepared seats for you. Come, sit beside me.
Perhaps you two are unaware of how Miss Farina and I do things. You see, we actually recently agreed to get together for tea when we had the time. See this? This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Farina simply adores. There are only 16 slices sold every day. Here, why don't you and Paimon have a taste?
Oh, thank you. She seems friendly enough, but that can't be all there is to her. The Knave is a force to be reckoned with. I should be very cautious around her.
Traveler, what do you think of this cake?
It's pretty good and quite tasty. I think Paimon agrees too.
That's good to hear. So what Child said was on the mark after all. You do share a taste in desserts with Farina and I.
Okay, how often is my name in Child's mouth? How often? I'm a little, Because he writes about us to his family back home, and he's talking about us to other Harbingers? How often are we on your mind, Child? Wait, Child should have no reason to have said something like that.
I wonder how he's doing nowadays. You must have heard, right? He's suddenly gone missing. I'm really worried about his safety, you know. Here's to hoping that he's an excellent swimmer.
Child is the biggest simp in Genshin, JK. No, like... That's not... Normally you're not like... Yeah, sometimes like you meet interesting people in your travels and you talk about them, you know, like once or twice. But like, this is looking like a pattern. I have faith in his abilities.
Since we're talking about him, I feel like I should add something. His martial prowess really looked certainly pretty impressive, yeah.
Rina looks quite nervous. There must be some kind of bad blood between her and the Knave.
Oh, so you're also familiar with his aptitude for fighting, Miss Farina. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Child was subdued by Udex Neuvillette right in front of you.
Like, I do not talk that much about anyone, aside from fictional characters. Zhongli. You were valid for that sunrise. Oh, yeah. Ooh, Neuvillette made quick work of Child. Oh, that was so hot.
Against ordinary people, my colleague would never be on the back foot. But alas, he just never imagined he'd run into such a person. I must express my admiration for Monsieur Neuvillette.
I managed to find a few leads on his whereabouts.
Coming from you, that's not surprising at all.
Ooh, Neuvillette just got out of his chair and like crushed him. Oh my gosh.
But I thought you would be happier to hear the news.
Of course, but it's still a bit of a shame. You see, I would have been far happier had I received this news somewhat earlier. As you well know, a long time has passed since Child disappeared.
I would say she's standing on business, but right now she's sitting on business. Where's all your bravado, Farina?
Well, in any case, there's no need to worry. We know for sure that Child is still alive.
I mean, he gave us his vision, and it's still lit.
Oh, and just how do you know that?
Because we found evidence that proved he left the Fortress of Meropide.
And where did he go after leaving the fortress?
Well...
Oh no. Paimon's statement just left us wide open.
The Fortress of Meropide lies deep beneath the waves. Unless he pranced right out of the main gate, he must have had to swim for it. Do you have any proof that he surfaced safely?
We do not. But there is also no evidence that he's been injured or killed.
Ah, that is good news at least. His sister Tonya sent a letter to Fontaine not too long ago. Since he was unfortunately unavailable, I picked it up on his behalf. Do you have any idea how he usually writes back to his family? Dear Tonya, your letter made me feel like we were still enjoying our time in Snezhnaya together. I'm currently admiring the scenery on the streets in front of the opera house. Is it something like that?
Turning up the pressure. I'm not sure if I'll be able to convince her. I can at least try to distract her from Farina. That sounds good to me, yes.
All letters tend to follow the same few formats anyway, right? As long as the contents are accurate, it doesn't matter so much how it's written or how it's worded.
Hold on. The water in the teacup is shaking.
Is it an earthquake?
I suppose this is also a sign of things to come, Miss Farina.
Huh? I don't quite understand what you're trying to say.
This must be a popular toxic Yuri ship.
Have we entered into the next stage of the prophecy?
Oh, newbie! Oh! Oh, the elegance and power you walked into this room.
Thanks to you both. I will take it from here.
Oh.
Sure you don't need a hand?
Quite sure.
Wow. So, what's your secret, huh? Let me guess.
He just checked Nouvelette out. I don't blame him.
Maybe it's just your sense of responsibility.
Sounds about right.
Oh my gosh. One hand? You're holding that back with one hand? Sir?
A day may come when the prophecy is fulfilled and the waters burst forth. But it is not this day.
Oh my
This
gosh.
ancient power could easily obliterate an entire race. A tsunami of fury would unleash endless catastrophe.
Eden, what do you want me to do? What am I thinking, Eden? What am I thinking?
The sentence is too severe. Forgive me for overruling it.
I don't need audio to know.
All right. Seems like the problem.
He is. Nouvelette is so fine. He just walked in here and solved the issue in like 2 minutes. Good grief.
Let me guess. We're safe for now.
Indeed. But only for now.
I win this bet. You owe me a present.
Very well. It was indeed just as you said.
You made a bet?
We made a bet on the size of your entourage. Cloran thought you wouldn't come down by yourself.
I figured you would have at least brought a few people along for appearance's sake. It appears I underestimated just how confidential the mission was.
Get you a man that can single-handedly solve problems like this. Is exactly, Sunrise. Exactly.
Shouldn't you have gotten used to confidential missions by now? That's just how the courts operate.
So what gift must the loser give? Tea?
He already has tons of tea in his office. I'm thinking about a set of legal codices.
That wouldn't happen to be a dig at my lack of legal awareness, would it?
Well, I'm sure His Grace doesn't consider the fortress to be outside the law.
I was under the impression the residents of a place like this would be uninterested in the legal codices.
That was obviously a joke. Anyway, you've still got some unfinished business to attend to in the overworld, correct?
No need to stay here if you have a pressing matter. We all know you can't leave Palais Mermonia for long.
Nuvi, do you ever get a break? Do you ever get a break, Nuvi?
Thank you. I hope everything went smoothly with the Fatui Harbinger.
Nuvi, please take breaks. Please. We need to find someone who's like just as qualified as you. I know that's very hard.
I must say, we've spent long enough playing house.
But you need breaks every now and again. Those two men can toss me around however they want. Same clause. Same. Nuvolette and Risley. Make me the filling of that sandwich, please.
Miss Farina, as the Hydro Archon, I am sure you understand the exact meaning of the phenomenon we just witnessed. Or should I say, that's what I originally thought. But looking at your expression, was I wrong? And you haven't a clue?
What are you trying to say?
At this point, I don't think there's any more need to speak as diplomatic representatives. Allow me to speak to you now as just a Fontanian. You know the prophecy by heart, and also that every part of it is being proven true. Yet, here you are, relaxing, drinking tea, and eating desserts as if it's all nothing more than a few stray bugs in your garden. Do you really think that's acceptable?
The knave is really standing on business right now. Like, you can tell, like, just from the sound of her voice that she actually cares about what's happening to, like, her nation and, by extension, her kids.
The prophecy's hanging above our necks like a guillotine. Every faction is looking for a way to either avert the disaster or save their own. Even the orphans of the House of the Heart have devoted everything to saving their homeland. But you? It beggars belief just how nonchalant and carefree you have been. From the very beginning, you, the god Focalor, you have utterly failed to take action.
You're wrong. I've never ignored the prophecy, nor have I just been passing the time in self-indulgence. Retract your accusation and stop doubting the wisdom of the gods with such absurd conjectures.
Okay, Farina, pop off.
I am not alone in my doubts, you know. All the children of Fontaine may be harboring the exact same thoughts right now. Oh, great Hydro Archon. How are you going to save them? Save us? How are the people you've sworn to protect supposed to survive in a land that will soon disappear beneath the waves?
I have my ways, and I've been working on them for all this time. Even if you look down upon me, you have no right to judge me. Fontaine will be saved. Even if I still cannot see the true future right now, as long as I continue on as I am, I will be able to hold my head up high.
So what does that mean exactly? Rita's not acting like her usual self. She's actually seriously refuting the Knave's accusations. She means what she says. She's not putting up a front.
Then I ask you, Miss Farina, just what have you been working on? Where can we see it, and what is it doing to help?
Oh yeah, those aren't gloves she's wearing. The Knave, that's her skin. So was that all a lie? Or can she really not tell us? She was so full of conviction and confidence just now. But now she's deflated like a pop balloon.
My machinations are just like the prophecy itself. They will only reveal themselves at the fated time. It is just that beings like yourselves are unable to perceive them as of yet.
I see. As a god, the proof of your labor always lies beyond prying mortal eyes. Allow me to be so bold as to ask another way. Would it be possible for you to tell us the parts of your plan that are not confidential? Such as your emergency response plan for the impending disaster?
An emergency response plan?
Oh, Farina. Showing your hand here.
Oh, that look in your eyes. Have you not even prepared one of those?
The emergency response plan is also strictly confidential.
It doesn't exist.
Then allow me to jog your memory. Miss Farina, what is the purpose of your Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal? And what do you plan to do with the massive amounts of indemnitium that has accumulated over the years?
The Oratrice? It's just like it appears to be.
So you also have no idea. If I'm not mistaken, someone's using it to prepare for something. But unfortunately, it would seem that someone is not you, Miss Farina. I first caught wind of this when Linny tried to investigate the Oratrice in the Opera House. You see, even just getting close to the core contaminated him with an extremely large amount of indemnitium. But even if that had nothing to do with you, then what could you possibly be working on, oh great Hydro Archon? Oh, right. I almost forgot. Udex Neuvillette is not at the tea party with us today. Miss Farina, I suppose you must have ordered him away to take care of some troublesome business.
Yeah, yes, that's exactly right. Please keep it a secret for me.
Of course I will. Although, I must say, Miss Farina, you seem quite insecure without the Udex by your side.
Damn, she is calling her out for filth!
Oh, very well. Let's stop that conversation here. There are still a few slices of cake left, so please, help yourselves, everyone.
I don't think I can eat cake like this, man. These aren't topics I can speak about. I don't even know what Neuvillette's task was. I had to guess. He probably went down to deal with the surging primordial sea. Can he really deal with it all by himself? Oh, he did. He did. He got that shit done. And is Farina being truthful or not?
Traveler, I heard that you were recently commissioned to handle a few matters on behalf of the Udex. Why don't you take an extra slice of cake? Those who work hard deserve gratitude and praise.
That feels like a subtle jab at Farina.
You too, Paimon.
Thank you. Paimon will take you up on that offer.
Ooh. I can't read that fast.
Oh, Paimon's super full. That cake was great.
If it's on my tea table, it must be of the highest quality. Yes, and we must thank the knave for bringing these over as well.
You're welcome. I'm sure the cake also felt greatly honored to be featured at Miss Farina's table. And I was merely catering to Miss Farina's tastes, seeking a chance to chat over tea. It is getting late. Why don't we call it a day? There are still a few matters that I need to take care of, so I must take my leave now.
You know, you're the most pleasant harbinger I've ever had so far. I've had the pleasure of interacting with.
Very well, we'll end it here.
Mind seeing me off, Traveler? We could use the opportunity to discuss Child before I must be on my way.
Of course.
Paimon's coming too!
Farina, you dropped the ball there, honey.
The tea party turned out to be even more difficult than I'd imagined. Why are you looking at me like that? Is something the matter? If there's nothing urgent, then I shall be retiring for now.
You dropped the ball, Farina. I'm just saying that right now. You dropped the ball so hard. All right, Father? Oh, this... Oh, okay, okay. I see, I see. Oh. And how do I get up there? How do I get up there, huh? How does one get up there? Is there another entrance? I guess I'll have to find that out later. That's gonna bother me. Just knowing it's there. Haunting me that I haven't clicked on it yet. Alright, Knave. What are we gonna talk about?
I'm glad that you were willing to come with me. Of course, Child was just an excuse. I have no interest in your dealings with him.
You know, it seems like all the Harbingers have their own, goals, so...
That's what Paimon thought.
What do you want to say?
You lent your aid to the children of the House of the Hearth. As their father, I would like to express my gratitude.
There's no need, but I didn't think that's what you wanted to talk about. Gonna be talking about. I was going to joke that it was gonna be about Child. I didn't expect to be right. Was there nothing else you wanted to say?
That was all. Formal topics should be discussed in formal settings, and informal topics in informal settings. I know you just returned from the fortress of Meropide. Relax. I have no intention of trying to get anything out of you. Linny, Lynette, and Fremine are still there, and I trust their judgment and abilities.
They've all been working very hard and have always done all they can to fight back against anyone who tried to stop them. Especially Linny.
Oh, Linny.
You mean Wriothesley. He's a tricky one to deal with. It's unfortunate that Linny's so eager to prove himself that he can't learn to rely on others, including me.
Yeah, Linny, honey, sweetie.
By the way, and you can just consider this a bit of idle gossip, but what's your impression of Farina?
Not good.
You are outside of our disputes, and the freest person in all of Fontaine, able to move around most easily. Allow me to share my perspective with you.
And that's everything that happened during the trial. Master Child was declared guilty and immediately transported to the fortress of Meropide.
Didn't he say he was coming here on vacation? Does he not feel an ounce of shame for all the trouble he has caused?
Probably not.
Forget it. He did give us an opportunity. I will be meeting someone shortly.
Do you require help with any preparations?
No need. I will take care of it myself.
Child? Having shame? Right.
I need to meet with Farina, the Hydro Archon.
Maybe in an alternate world.
At the heart of Fontaine. But what's fascinating about her is that she often seems more like a celebrity than a working Archon.
I mean, I feel like the only time he'd ever, like, show shame is, like, in front of his, like, siblings. Like, cause his story quest, he was trying so hard not to let his little brother Tusser find out that he works for a not so nice organization.
Oh, come over here, you little critter, you.
See, like the blackness in her, yeah, like that's her skin. That's her skin. Those aren't gloves. That's her skin. And those are her nails. Yeah, family is super big for him, so yeah.
You dare to run from me? Stop right this instant!
My goal is just to discover the location of the Gnosis. But I didn't expect the chance to approach Farina to be handed to me on a silver platter. This is so easy, it's actually making me a bit suspicious. anything left unguarded is usually just bait. But no one will blame someone for taking the bait. After all, from the moment it was attached to the hook, the bait is meant to be sacrificed. It's just as I guessed in the second before I struck. The hydronosis is not currently held by the Archon. In fact, this Archon doesn't seem like a god at all. And I sense that she's under some kind of curse.
Who are you? And what are you trying to do? Please don't kill me. I'm begging you, please.
Looking a little pathetic there, Farina.
The fear in her pupils is genuine, so perhaps she's not bait after all. Either way, targeting her has lost all meaning. I left the scene with ease. Nobody came looking for me, and nobody could serve as a witness to my near assassination of Focalor. I suspect even Farina dares not mention this incident to anyone. Not long after, my informants confirmed what I had guessed. After returning to her quarters, Farina quietly cried alone. She was so scared that she could not sleep that night, nor could she even bring herself to eat her cake. There's no doubt that there's something wrong with her. I began to entertain the possibility that she is not the true Hydro Archon. Perhaps Iudex Neuvillette is actually the genuine article.
That would explain a lot, actually.
I have to find the Gnosis. If the Neuvillette hypothesis is correct, he is probably in possession of it. Alternatively, it might have been hidden in a place that's hard for ordinary people to access.
Yes, Father.
My dear children, please speak.
News from the fortress of Meropide. Master Child has gone missing. On top of that, the contacts and guards we bribed at the fortress have all gone quiet as well.
Probably the handiwork of that Ridesley.
I'm afraid so.
This is a good opportunity. The value of a Harbinger is much higher than most would imagine. We now have an excuse to exert diplomatic pressure on the Fontaine authorities. Set up a meeting for me. I would like to meet the Hydro Archon and Iudex Neuvillette. Oh, and I have an additional mission for you three.
Yes, Father.
Tartaglia's disappearance was not a part of my plan, but I can use it to make a breakthrough. With this as my excuse, I can ask for an official audience and continue my investigation of Farina and Iudex Neuvillette. The initiative belongs to the House of the Hearth. My wish to investigate the fortress of Meropide will be a front. Lenny and his group will be responsible for the actual intelligence gathering.
You know a lot already.
You should know the rest. Lenny's group is quite close to you, so they wouldn't have hidden anything from you.
You attacked the Hydro Archon?
She's got balls.
It wouldn't mean anything, even if you shouted it from the rooftops. After all, even Farina herself is still pretending that nothing of that sort ever happened.
Alright then.
I've now had 2 chances to enjoy tea with Farina. I have to say, the leadership of Fontaine is even more inscrutable than I had imagined. I once surmised that Iudex Neuvillette must be the Hydro Archon, but now, that doesn't seem right to me either.
How did you come to that conclusion?
I am a servant of Her Majesty the Tsaritsa. Over my years of service, I've learned how a real Archon conducts and carries themselves. Whether Iudex Neuvillette or Farina, neither fits the bill. It's hard to imagine either of them as the Archon.
Interesting.
Of course, that is all just how I feel. Gut feelings often do not require justification. It is, however, quite amusing to me that after all my years working in intelligence gathering, I've come to realize I am at a complete loss regarding the identity of the god of the land of my birth. Don't you think Fontaine is quite intriguing? A catastrophe looms, yet many secrets have yet to rise to the surface. It looks like Fontanians will have no choice but to save themselves. Ultimately, though, one must survive in order to do anything else. Should the need arise, I would be happy to cooperate with you. You don't need to commit to anything right now, of course. I have a feeling that the situation will continue to evolve, and as your name is often connected with noble deeds, I'm sure we will work together someday.
Nicolette?
He certainly returned quickly. You must want to catch up with each other, so I'll leave you to him.
Oh, thank you.
Neuvillette, is it over?
For now, yes. But this issue will prove quite thorny in the long term. I'm concerned that sooner or later the prophesized events will occur. Thank you for protecting Farina.
May we ask what happened down there?
To put it simply, I used my power to force back the primordial sea and
Yes, I would like to flirt with the serious pretty man. Yeah. Yeah. Can we go on a walk, Nuvi? As for what happened on our side. You recount the happenings of the tea party to Nicolette.
So as expected, the knave has turned up the pressure on Farina. She's trying to feel her out, though I'm still unsure as to her motives.
Can I ask you some questions?
Permission granted.
You have enough power to force back the primordial sea. Does this mean you have some deeper connection with the Hydro Archon?
Whoa.
By a rivermaker or something fluvial?
Hydro Archon, right? But that's just a speculation on our part, though. You can't tell us? Then that's okay. We can talk about something else. We won't try to force you. You guys in Fontaine are super strange.
I'm on.
If by the phrase, you guys, you are referring to Farina and I, then although I'm not sure just what you are trying to imply, I must clarify that I do not share her positions on a multitude of topics.
What did you sense in the Fortress of Meropide?
I believe so. The fortress has a long and complex history. It has seen much grief and suffering. And now, another catastrophe will soon be upon us. I mourn this turn of events.
Okay, that's it. You're the Hydro Dragon. You're the Hydro Dragon, aren't you?
Huh? Why is it raining all of a sudden?
The clear sky is suddenly filled with dark clouds. The rain became heavier. Light rain soon to grow into a downpour. And just moments before, Nicolette has just mentioned his sense of grief. Thinking back to that legend and what Femine said. It said that a dragon of water once resided in Fontaine. Every time it weeps, the skies will cloud up and pour out rain. Wait, Nicolette, you can't be.
You may be closer to the truth than you think.
Oh? And what are you thinking?
He's the dragon sovereign of water.
The dragon of... what? Huh?
Shh, Paimon, shh.
Please do not be so surprised. Farina?
Neuvillette, are you listening?
My apologies.
We were just guessing randomly. We didn't guess right, did we? You're not actually the dragon sovereign of water, right? Well, if you don't want to confirm or deny...
You guessed correctly. I sincerely hope you'll be able to keep this a secret for me.
Oh, absolutely. My lips are sealed. Okay, where's the duct tape? Where's the duct tape for Paimon?
Right, of course. We'll definitely help you keep it a secret.
Hot dragon man, yeah.
There's still something Paimon wants to ask you, though.
Please, go ahead.
Well, if you are the dragon sovereign of water, and you were able to force back the primordial sea from the fortress, then since Fontaine's prophecy is all about seawater, couldn't you just use your power to solve the crisis?
You can seal my lips, newbie, with yours. Sunrise, you thinking the real good stuff.
None of the currently living dragon sovereigns in the world, myself included, possess our full dragonhood. They say that when the first usurper arrived on Tivat, they seized a part of the dragon's power. Today, that stolen power is the basis of the Archon's authorities.
There are 7 elemental archons and 7 matching dragon sovereigns.
The dragon sovereign of water who lived through that era perished a long time ago. As their successor, I know far less of that part of our ancient history. In any case, I believe I will not be able to do much unless the Archon disappears and returns their elemental authority to me. Given the status quo, however, I would recommend finding another way to deal with the prophecy.
Oh, so even you can't solve it.
All right, I'm walking out. Morax is gonna kill me, my loyalty. Sunrise. I'm like, that's another sandwich. Put me in the sandwich of Newbie and Zhongli. Yeah. Yeah, Sunrise. No one is safe from the quotes in my streams.
I still have some urgent matters to attend to at my office. If you have any more questions regarding ancient history, you are welcome to discuss them with me at a later time.
Please go right ahead. There's a place that Paimon wants to go too. Traveler, why don't we pay another visit to the Fortress of Meropide? Paimon is a little worried.
Sure. See you later, Nuvlet. I was gonna add myself, not gonna lie.
We'll see you another time.
Take care.
As long as you take care of yourself too, Nuvi. Now the chaos. Alright. Back to the fortress. Back to the fortress! Oh, let's go here. Oh, teleport. I was like, it needed to be said. Oh, Sidgeween. Sidgeween. Packing heat. Who fucked your what human fucked your parent? Sidgeween. That's the greatest mystery here.
Traveler, Paimon!
Yeah, look, even her legs are like more human looking.
Are you still doing alright? Did either of you get hurt?
Don't worry, we're both doing great.
We're fine, but what about you guys? It was such a huge mess. How bad was it? A few people sustained superficial injuries, but that's about the extent of the damage. Monsieur Nervoulet paid us a visit. It was all thanks to him that we managed to suppress the crisis for the time being. Of course, we must also thank you for the help you provided. How did Nervoulet know that he was needed here? Well, Monsieur Nervoulet has strong resonance with the hydro element. When the water level rises, he can feel the waves produced.
She's way too human not to have a story for that. Right? Right? She looks too human. She keeps saying, oh, I'm a Melusine. I'm a Melusine. No, you have to have some human blood in you. Because you look like a mix of human and Melusine. So I ask again, who fucked the Melusine?
I ran into the bombshell bros while bandaging the injuries of the wounded. They were mumbling the whole time about how you just ran down without a word. I'm so relieved to see that you're both all right. If you're not too pressed for time, please stay with us a few more days. Just let me know if you get a craving for any particular dish, so I can have Mr. Walsey get your meals prepared. Oh, and please feel free to visit the infirmary for a break at any time.
Between, do you want to be friends?
I'd like to take the opportunity to spend some more time observing your facial muscles as well. Your happy smiles are quite contagious, you know. They're so memorable, and I've missed them immensely while you were gone.
Okay. Okay, so there's something over here. Oh, there you are. Hey, Bombshell Bros.
You guys are back?
We're back. To spend some quality time with Risley and Nouvelette.
Down here, right?
Huh? No, not at all.
Ah, and here I thought you'd managed to escape from jail during all the commotion. I'd held you up as legendary jailbreakers, but now you're telling me you just never left?
No, not at all. I totally didn't have cake with the Hydro Archon, or supposedly someone masquerading as a Hydro Archon.
We're sorry, but we just had some business to take care of.
All right. There's no need to get caught up in the details. We're just relieved to see you. He was super worried about you, you know.
Hey, it wasn't just me. Weren't you super worried as well?
Something like that, yeah. I was also transferred to work in the kitchen a few days ago. I can still hear Quisto mumbling to the carrots. Are those two all right? Do you think they made it out alive? Whenever he'd say that, I'd tell him I'm sure they're fine. Wherever they are, they're kicking back with drinks in hand, enjoying the lovely scenery.
Oh yeah, totally not eating like specialty cakes that are only 16 slices of, with the supposed Hydro Archon and Fatui Harbinger. No, totally nothing like that.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with worrying about your prison pals. Is there? I mean, considering how they always love listening to all my gossip.
These two. They sure are a lot warmer and friendlier than when Paimon first met them.
I'm sure the welfare meals must have just skyrocketed in quality recently. Your meals will bring all the prisoners to the cafeteria.
Oh, well, if you say so. I'll be watching you to make sure you finish every last bite.
All right. Who else we gotta see? I'm assuming the last one's in Risley's office, so I'm saving Risley for last, baby. I must have shut off the navigation. Oh, you guys are still here. Renee, how are you holding up, baby?
Now guess, what suit will this next card be?
A bare-teeth cat?
Well, look who it is.
Traveler, Paimon.
Hello, everyone.
Looks like you're recovering nicely from an A.
Mm-hmm. Thanks to everyone's support. Oh, right. I managed to work up the courage to thank Miss Clorand in person.
Oh, I'm so proud of you, Fremine.
Whoa, how did she react?
She told me that it was nothing. It was as if saving a life wasn't a big deal to her at all. She also told me not to worry about it.
She didn't want to stress you out, that's all. She's right, and it's best not to dwell on it.
Yeah.
Okay, but check this out. We went back to the opera house and we met the knave.
Yeah, your father is incredible.
You met father? Did she say anything to you?
That you need to learn to rely on others. You dum-dum.
A few things that were, a bit hard to understand. And also that she's looking forward to working with us in the future.
It was a little surprising.
Her attitude towards you is even better than what we'd imagined. That's fantastic. You should believe her. She has her own way of doing things, and she'll do everything in her power to help those she considers close, which now might also include you.
Well, Lenny Rose, he does deserve it. Like, he could have yeah, negotiations wouldn't have broken down if he just, I'm sure the knave would have just been like, oh, you need me here? done. Done. Because, like, yeah, some of the Harbingers are assholes. Tori, I'm looking at you. But, like, from her tone of voice, you can tell she really cares about, like, her kids, as well as, like, the nation she was born in, because she honestly truly wants to make sure her kids are safe and, like, wants to find some way to, you know, like, either stop the prophecy or help everyone survive the prophecy.
Mm-hmm. Father is very capable and also trustworthy.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Oh, Paimon just remembered that she thought Linny was a bit too proud as well. She said that you should learn how to rely on others sometimes.
Yes.
Got it. That does sound like something that Father would say.
A leader has to work with others. This isn't a one-man hero, right?
Hey!
Are you going to stay here for the next few days?
Looks like it, yeah.
Excellent. I will host a tea party.
For real? Then Paimon wants another serving of cake.
Another implies that you were already served some delicious cake while you were up there. How lovely. Well, next time, you're going to have tea and snacks with us.
Sounds like a plan.
We should start preparing that tea party.
Oh, that's a great idea. I'm all for it. I'll help you set it up.
Oh, you guys are so cute. Risley! Risley! This has to be the last one, right? Oh, no? We're... Oh, I went the wrong way. I was like, this has to be the right way, right? Oh, it's you two. All right, you old married couple, what do you got for me?
Jurier, Miss Sijween told me you still haven't eaten.
Yeah, I was working on something, so I forgot.
That's no excuse for... Huh? What's you two?
Jurier, Lurvine, we're back!
Hello there. It's been quite the mess here recently. How have you been?
Fine, thanks.
And you? Are you still taking the secret passageway from the infirmary to work on the ship?
Yep. That is still top secret, though. So don't say a word to anyone.
Bro, they bicker like an old married couple.
It can be a bit annoying when there are lots of people in the infirmary, but I still prefer taking that route over the one from the Duke's office.
I mean, the infirmary does make it easier for you to slack off.
Oh yeah? Then why are you also here so much?
You two really are just using your jobs as a cover for your relationship, aren't you?
Not at all! Jurier, the rumors about us are literally everywhere now. Please do something about it.
But it's not like I caused them by myself. All right. I'll try to do something about it when I can find the time.
You two should just shut up and kiss each other already. One day they'll write one. Oh, there we go. There's my Risley directive. Risley! Hello. I'm ready. I'm right here. I'm ready. Hello.
Do my eyes deceive me, or did I just see two inmates come back after making it to the surface? Some strange winds blowing of late.
Slow burn 500k words bickering to lovers. AO3. Find it on AO3.
We wanted to see how the fortress is doing. Is everything still alright?
We're fine for the most part. Neuvillette came down and took care of the worst of it.
Oh, did he?
If that's the case, why don't you just ask him to stay here?
Oh, yeah, what a brilliant plan. Let's go convince the Udex himself to exchange the Courts of Fontaine for a puddle of water in the middle of nowhere.
I don't think that's going to work.
He came here in a hurry and left without even stopping for a cup of tea. He did remember to take Miss Sigewin's gift with him, though.
He sure sounds super busy.
Nouvellette, you need a break, honey.
Miss Cloran has left as well. She also took her gift from Miss Sigewin.
Were the gifts milkshakes?
Neuvillette got the milkshake. Cloran received lipstick instead.
Those aren't even remotely alike.
Well, it's Neuvillette's own fault for making Sigewin worried about his health by working so much. But besides that, our head nurse is still pretty fond of picking out beauty products for the ladies. Oh, and I have some gifts here for you as well.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
Are these from Sigewin too?
Uh-oh.
Nope, they're from yours truly.
Oh yes, let's go!
You've already wrapped up your work at the fortress, so you can return to the surface at any time. You haven't yet served your full prison term, however, so you may continue to use your cell until your term is up.
For real? Then we could stay here for a really long time?
His food's still covered?
You may access the cafeteria for free.
Hooray!
Just remember to come complete your paperwork once it's time for your release.
Oh, don't worry. I will. You told me to. Hello. 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 I still have the... I still got that camera. Now then, where is the sit function? Where is the sit? Shut up! Where's the sit function? Why is it not showing up? Where is the sit function? I need the sit function immediately, expeditiously. Just let me sit down. Anyway.
Your file can't be closed until we've completed your paperwork, so don't forget to come find me again when you're done serving your sentence.
You have to tell me twice. Oh gosh. Return to the dormitories to rest. Alright. Right here. Right here.
We're back in our cell again. We're no longer prisoners though, so it really doesn't feel the same.
It feels like a huge weight is off our shoulders.
Sure feels that way. But the truth is, we never did anything bad to begin with, so I'm not sure why we put so much pressure on ourselves.
Because it was a quest given to us by Neuvillette himself. Paimon, is there something you'd like to say?
Huh? How did you know?
Because you usually just immediately fall asleep.
Hey, that's not true! Alright. Okay, Paimon just wanted to say that we really are an amazing duo after all. It's like, we've now gone to so many places together and become friends with so many people. We've never stopped traveling or stopped meeting new friends.
True.
There are so many bad things in the world, and we're just two people, but we've still been solving problems no matter where we go. Isn't that pretty cool?
And we're the best adventurers ever.
You're counting Paimon today? Aren't you the only adventurer here?
Being a guide counts too.
Then let's ask Catherine to give Paimon an adventurer handbook as well. Paimon will also be an adventurer from today forward. Just our thoughts making Paimon giddy. Paimon's gonna crash, so you sleep soon too. The last time we fell asleep here, we woke up to a whole mess outside our cell. The primordial seawater nearly rose up. That was so scary.
Yeah, us.
We should be safe now, right?
We'll be fine, so don't worry, Paimon.
Alright then, good night to you, Traveler.
Good night to you too, Paimon. Wait, another child what dream? Oh, yep. Talbot Dream, let's go. Well, I'm talking about Tartaglia. Yeah, there we go. Are you in the Primordial Sea, my guy? He's seeing a whale bigger than himself. Holy shit! Child encountered something he never thought he would. A whale bigger than himself. Well then. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Well, I think that is a great way to end things off for tonight. Damn. We really uncovered the secrets of the Meropide. Oof. All right. So, let me see. Where is it? Grade. Give me one moment, please. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. I don't know what you're talking about. Even if there was, like, no one called me out. So that's on you guys. Hold on. Oh, looks like Eden's still on, so we're just gonna rate him. He's playing one of Hoyo's other games, Honkai Star Rail. He's currently in the Penacony story. So let's go and give him some love. But before we go, let me leave you guys off with some links. Socials, Discord, and VODs. Oh, I guess we're both doing it at the same time. I guess you know what's about to happen. Alrighty, guys. Yeah. Thank you to everyone who was chatting and lurking. I appreciate you so much. And yeah, until I rise again, I'll see you guys next time. So, see you later. Bye.